Hello, I'm Max Balegde. And I'm George Clarke, and welcome to the Useless Hotline. TikTok wasn't working out for us, so we decided to set up our own little business. Yes, we did. And the Useless Hotline is a place where we help you with your queries. No matter... This is getting very Paul O'Grady. No matter no matter how challenging, exciting, or downright dangerous they are. But it won't always just be us. Some weeks we'll be joined by a special guest, or maybe two. Maybe we'll get a replacement in. Fingers crossed. I hate you, Max. Shut up! Anyway, I think the guests are here. Oh, look, guys. There they are. It's Arthur and Arthur. Woo! Two Arthurs for the price of one.
Oh, hey.
Hey, guys. How are we doing?
Good, thank
Really
you.
well, mate. How
Long
are you?
time no see. How does it feel to be back on the Useless
yeah.
Hotline?
It feels great.
Good. But without that one. Hey?
Oh, yeah.
He was a nuisance, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Oh.
Any reason for that?
The accent.
Yeah, I was going to
Nice.
say the accent as
There you
well.
go.
Well,
I've brought you back today because you guys did a stellar job on your previous shift.
Oh.
I thought you smashed it.
round 2 of the process.
Yeah,
Hiring
potentially we're doing a little trial shift, but it
Vaccine?
is after hours at the moment. It's
After
currently
hours.
8 p.m.
Come on.
It is 8 p.m. So we can have a little natter, and I don't think the boss will mind. He is away. I'm just his sort of assistant.
Wait, Max is the boss.
Yeah, well, he acts like it.
He big fat does.
Oh. Oh, okay.
What?
Well, then, no, what you saying there?
Anyway, I
My
thought
Max
we'd start
impression.
off by... We're all friends here, aren't we?
Colleagues?
Yeah, we're all friends.
Yeah.
We're all
Best friends.
Why not start off... Actually, before we
Willy
even
Wonka.
start off with that, let's get some beveroons in.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I've just found a pink hooch.
Whoa.
Who wants what?
Can I have the masculine
There's
version of the pink hooch?
Of course you can. There's a blue hooch in there.
What?
Not a whack.
Gender
pink
reveal.
Gooch.
Nice. That sounds sore. Maybe a bit of chafing going on. If you want a cold version of any of them, might be some in the fridge.
Can I have a cold hooch, please?
For the audience, what is your guys' go-to beverages on a night out?
You go first.
Guinness for me.
Not in a club though, surely, or a bar setting.
Oh.
There you go. There's your orange and passion fruit VK.
Well, depends what kind of bar I'm in.
Are you John Wayne?
Is this promo?
Yeah.
For his own
No,
song.
that hasn't been announced yet, probably. When does this come out?
Sunday.
Yeah. No, I don't know what you're talking about. But maybe it's an Easter egg, as they say.
Oh.
But now you've
It's a
ruined
big
it.
thing to
You've
get
ruined
stuck in your
it.
teeth.
You've ruined it anyway. No, I would say my drink of choice at a bar is probably a boring old vodka lemonade, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't really know what to go for. In a
Are we talking cocky tails as well here?
We can do.
HS
Oh,
cocky.
I love a porn star martini.
If you want to get cocky with it, we can talk about
Porn star
cockies.
martini is so elite.
They are good, but
You can't have
what
too
is
many of them.
what's the correct way to consume a porn star martini? Is the real question here on everyone's lips.
What else can you do other than drink it with your mouth?
Oh,
but
because
you've
of the
got
thing
the-
on the,
you've got
the
the-
thing on the top.
Oh,
Prosec/champers.
yeah, we were told about this. I did a cocktail making course actually with
Did you?
Chris a couple of years ago.
Nice.
And if you're not, first of all, you're not supposed to have prosecco. It should be champagne.
Right.
Of
If
course.
it's prosecco, it's the wrong flavour to counter it. Silly.
Fuck off.
And you're supposed to sip them alternately. So you're not supposed to shot one and drink or pour it in.
Oh,
No,
really?
You're supposed to. Oh,
that seems incorrect.
I've
Some
had quite a
people
lot of
pour it
sweet.
in.
Yeah, you're not
What's the
supposed
difference?
to.
What's the difference between that though? Because then you're basically just sipping alternatives.
Because then you don't get the. I think you're supposed to enjoy the sweetness, and you go, "I've had a bit too much sweetness. I'm going to go for the bitter," and then you enjoy the champagne, and you're like, "Oh, I'd quite like a bit of sweet now."
Like a sweet and salty popcorn.
Yeah. No, because
Except
they're
not at all.
because they're also mixed. It's like having a wife and a mistress, I suppose.
What? And you go, sorry, love, done with you. Come over here, darling.
Not immediately, but that would be the theory.
I need to finish my water.
Not that I have either.
Right, okay. So that's that question done. Someone who's got himself in deep water.
But a Southern Comfort lemonade is my main one. Just skip over.
Yeah.
Such a good drink.
Southern Comfort lemonade I can get behind, but Southern Comfort as a shot choice is kind of crazy.
It's because it's got fruits and spices, so it's like there's an enjoyable kick to it. With vodka, the whole
Does
thing
it
just
have
sounds.
fruits and spices? I don't think it's not like a Christmas cake.
It is. It's a fruity, spicy bourbon
Does Christmas cake have
or bourbon,
spice?
depending on what part of the country you're from.
Cinnamon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you do you, bro.
It's embarrassing to be at the bar when you order a shot of
My
Southern
sister has what does she have?
Your twin
Gin.
sister.
She has
My
a lovely body. No, carry on. What were you saying?
I thought you were going to say brother, and you said body.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
Oh, sorry.
She
of
can
course.
have both.
My
does have
sister.
both.
Oh boy, can she have both?
She hasn't. No, wait, she does. Oh, sit.
You're twins. Your body's equally.
You've got the same body.
I have the same body.
Identical twins.
She has gin and coke, and that's really fucking weird.
That's odd.
Yeah.
Why is
and
that weird?
I used to
though?
genuinely get embarrassed that she'd ask that. at
I'm not a big
bars.
fan of gin.
No,
No.
gin sucks balls.
It tastes like you're sucking on a rock.
Yeah,
Anyone get that vibe?
gin and tonic as a combo for me is horrendous.
Yeah. Oh my
I
god.
don't get it.
Torture of
Yeah.
the mouth.
Can't
Gin
get
and
behind it.
torture, more like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep
Like
that in.
Chris at the moment has all these vodka soda waters, and it's like if you get diet lemonade, it's the exact
vodka
same.
lime
taste
soda.
nice.
Vodka
I've
lime
3 beers
soda
and a
is
vodka
good.
lime soda. No,
I've
sad
learned to like it.
That's not how
since
you
I'm
should go.
trying
Yeah,
to cut out the beers.
No. Have you seen this mug? I'm A. It says,
yeah.
and then just UNT.
Yeah, I don't get that.
That's so crazy. What the heck?
Unregistered.
I like your mug.
Nancy toy boy. Is that?
Are
what
these
else did
discussed
that
all the
stand for?
time? Are we the first?
They're not actually discussed
No.
that much. I have the patience of a saint. I'm not saying that word, Mum.
What is
Saint
this?
Cunty McFucker.
What do you think this would stand for? I'm a UNT.
I'm a UNT. I'm a universally neglected
Twat.
twat. Yeah.
Ultimately, non-responsive. That's true, actually. Phone enjoyer. Where did we all meet, guys?
Where's the T?
Twat was the.
Oh, I see,
fill it in,
right.
You know, say what you see. Say what you see.
Unresponsive.
Yeah, you're not often.
Is that just the U?
Yeah.
And what about the N?
Non-likable.
Oh, I just made some great.
Fair enough. Where did we meet?
I first met you on the football pitch,
Yeah.
and this is a good question.
Chelsea away, 1975.
When did we first meet, and what was our first opinion of each other? I thought you were normal.
Because we spoke briefly beforehand, and you were like, oh, I've never really played football, and then you just cooked up the football pitch, and I was like, this
It's natural,
guy
mate.
is quite good at football.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
What?
No,
I've
you're
never thought
surprisingly
that.
good for a
No, I played at
dweeb.
a youth level for Brighton Academy. No, just down in Rangers.
Woo.
Up the down in Rangers. When did we meet? We met at
We met
Bethnal Green,
Mile End.
Mile End.
Mile End.
We went for a little
Outside the
pub.
Premier Inn you stayed at,
Yeah.
which was coincidentally literally
And then
a
we
minute
went
from where I
inside the
lived.
Premier Inn,
At 2
and we had the
a.m.
best night of our lives.
It was weird though. He was literally staying like a minute from where I used to live.
Yeah, it was a very sketchy
Wait, why don't
area.
I know this story? What happened? Why did you meet?
We don't
outside
speak
of
about
Premier
that
Inn?
day.
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter.
No,
Moving on.
it's not a big story. I was staying in London this was when I lived in Bristol. I just booked the cheapest Premier Inn. It
Mhm.
happened to be like right down the road from Arthur.
Oh, you bumped into each other.
No,
No.
I was like, we were like, oh, we liked
I
each
feel like we
other.
were messaging
We
on
flirted a few
Instagram.
times,
Yeah,
and then we were
Ah.
like, oh, should we go get a drink sometime? And then
That's literally what
kind
we
of crazy. That's just true. And then he was like, yeah, sure, I live just around the corner.
No way.
And then we
Yeah.
went to the pub. The Arsenal game
the
was on.
Yeah.
And the rest is history.
I think I was really hungover.
Mm,
I
I'd just
remember
been-
having the best Coke. The the best
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola I'd ever had that day because I was so hungover, and I remember.
Oh, yeah, I remember you
I
raving
kept saying
about
to
it,
you that
yeah.
this is so good, as if
I was contemplating leaving
the quality
the date,
of the Coke was better.
Meet up.
Yeah, you were.
I was.
You were.
No, that's incorrect.
Bleep it out. Bleep bleep.
No, that wasn't an actual date though.
No. God, I should have known. Oh God, I can't even talk about that. But that's funny.
You can talk about it on the pod,
No,
mate.
no, it was
It was
just
the
an
first
unnamed.
signs I've seen of George fumbling women, and it was good. It was funny.
It wasn't fumbling.
Like fumbling.
No, I
fumbling
remember.
or-
I remember speaking to you about it
Wait,
the next
what's that
day.
word? Fondling, not fondling.
No, not
Oh,
fumbling.
fumbling, got
Yeah,
you.
Fumbling.
Right, yeah.
Fumbling the lady.
Important distinction.
I'm pretty sure you stayed at her house and like didn't do anything, right?
No, that wasn't. No,
No.
that's incorrect.
Do I know this?
I
one?
was.
No, it was a while.
I was.
Yeah,
I was
you
going
do,
to go back to the train station to then go home, and they were like, "Oh, do you want to meet before then?"
Whisper
I
in
thought
the
you
ears of my
stayed
ear.
at her house
No.
one
Whisper
time.
in the
You
ears
never
of
stayed
my
at her
ear.
house. Are we talking about the same person?
Oh.
Yeah.
I never knew you had a fling with her.
But I didn't. This isn't a.
Oh, then what was the day I met you? When was the weird night where we went out as a three, and I was just dancing like a lemon, like
Oh, that was a
in a
different
really
night.
empty bar.
That was
and you guys were just
after-
staring at me.
That was
Crazy
after
fair
a
feeling.
Why did you guys break
event.
up?
Yeah.
This is just factually
She's lovely and
inaccurate.
beautiful, so
This is factually, and that's not factually. This is factually inaccurate. That's wrong. This whole thing's wrong. No, nothing. Ooh.
what?
Why are you not holding by the handle? By the way, that's weird.
Looks like the letter C. That spells a bad word if it was. Bleep that out.
Yeah, so that's how we met. It was after some weird TikTok Halloween event.
That's not how I
went
met
to.
you, though, isn't
No, it was after that.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
It was the day after. I'm pretty sure I was coming back from
Okay.
there. Yeah.
Wow.
And now
Anyway,
we're
initial
here.
thoughts on me? What are my initial thoughts on you? You liked Coke, cola.
Whoa.
Yeah, Coca-Cola. I remember being annoyed that you were taller than me.
Yeah.
But that was the first
He
thing I
keeps
said
mentioning.
to
He
him.
always mentions that whenever you think
You're
about
not
when we
that
first
tall,
met.
though, so that can't be surprising.
I
Most
just thought
people
he
are.
gave shorter vibes from
Everyone
when you
says
saw
I do.
because
That's
people
true,
think
you are
people
quite
think
tall.
I'm tall from if they know me from TikTok. I've had that a lot. That I'm smaller than they thought I was.
Oh yeah.
And
What
you
about
say that
height?
you're
Yeah,
are
quite-
you that much taller than me? I feel like we're virtually
How
the
tall are
same
you?
height. 5'10" at a push.
I'm like an inch taller then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't know about that.
Thoughts now, though. How have our thoughts changed on each other?
Oh.
Now you're still kicking ass on the football pitch.
Hell
Although we
yeah.
haven't played five-a-side together in ages because
No.
the fellow
No,
studios
you don't
took
turn
over.
up.
And I'm injured.
I was injured for a while, to be fair. I'm one of those PAP players, pace and power, so I get injured a lot. I'm like Paul Pogba because I'm like annoyingly stupidly fast.
You're
I pull something.
You
Nothing
exaggerate
like
your
Paul
footballing
Pogba.
abilities.
Who are you like?
You
I
total.
don't think
like-
I've ever played a person in football that's faster than me.
That's just
No.
incorrect.
I agree you're fast, but like you just like you
We did
can't.
have this debate the other day that there is no one in that chat that plays with us that is faster than me.
I'm not actually
I'm not
that
denying-
much
You're
slower
very
than you.
fast and you're very close. But we
but there's
did have
no
a race and I was
power.
faster than
You've
you.
got pace, but there's no power involved. And you also like can't really turn corners.
Yeah, where's the pat?
No,
pat?
I
You
disagree.
You
boot
run
the
like
ball
a
as far as you
giraffe.
can, sprint and then
I
toe
think
poke
you,
it.
you probably underestimate how strong I am. I can bench 120 kilograms. I don't know if that means anything to you, but
Can you still do that?
No.
That seems incorrect.
Yeah,
probably not now.
No, so you can't bench 120 kilograms.
Yeah.
I could probably bench like 110, 115-ish now.
Can you?
Yeah, I would say.
What do you mean
just
you would
bench
say?
press.
I haven't done it in a while, but yeah, bench press. Do you bench press much?
I haven't for a while because of my injuries,
Oh.
but I was nowhere near that. I think the best I ever got was 60 odd, 70.
Fair enough.
Nice, man.
Thanks.
But yeah, no. Good old football times. In the summer, it'll restart.
But also, you say that the fellow studios are taking over.
The
They do
option's
that when
always
it's
there.
when it's
Yeah.
at the end and they need to fill up numbers. You're not.
You
Yeah,
don't.
but
you
I
don't
know-
love
I know-
ball.
I know
You
it's
don't love
coming.
ball.
No, you know what?
You
I'm a
don't.
real.
I'm a realist.
I know it's coming.
I know the pap. They can't take the pap.
I know no one wants me that. No, I don't like bad weather at all. I'm such a sucker for it. If it starts raining, I'm not that I wouldn't enjoy it. Like, I've always been really bad at regulating my body temperature.
Right.
This is what I had up next. Thermoregulation. What are your thoughts?
Mine's so
how can you
bad.
get thermoregulating?
I'm imagining like
Not
if it was
good.
like an 11-a-side team and you're like going up to the coach.
You're surely like this in summer because
I'm not vasodilating correctly.
you
Can I come off?
You overheat so easily.
Yeah, no.
We'll be in normal climates, and so in the summer, if we're playing football in 30, surely you'd kind of enjoy that.
I just get either ball burst thoughts second.
Put your balls first.
I just ball out and then and then the gooch is pretty free.
Yeah, I'm on. I do know what you're saying, not to the nerdy way you're saying it, but yeah. And also, I wouldn't let it affect the way I want to play.
You could just retweet that in any conversation with Arthur. I do kind of get where you're coming from, but you're making it a bit weird, mate.
No, it's yeah.
But it will pick up in summer. I mean, it's just more enjoyable.
Yeah, it is. Around April time.
I'm definitely
a
a summer guy for sure.
Spring's the best when like the air temperature's still quite cool, but it's
see,
like
this
blue
is
sky.
someone else said this. Like, I couldn't believe people actually think spring is the best time of year. Do you actually think it is?
For football, because it's cold,
But in
sunny.
general,
no,
yeah.
it's missing both the summer holidays, beef for
Yeah.
Magaluf, like
Summer
we did
holidays.
last year.
Why does that interest you?
What do you
Because
mean?
then he can go on holiday with his girlfriend.
So, as in,
What time does schools break? When does
Holidays.
schools
as in
break up
holidays
this
on
summer?
summer, yeah.
Yeah,
not
not the
like
school summer
not
holidays.
school
Right.
like
We got half term in
we
spring.
don't really go anywhere in April
Got the
or
Easter
May.
break.
To be fair, that too actually, because the majority of my siblings are in school. So like in summer
No,
holidays,
it's fair. Yeah.
I get to spend a lot of time with my family.
Oh, make it
Extended.
wholesome. Boring.
No, that's nice.
Boring.
And we hit Magaluf,
Hell
Ibiza,
yeah.
Croatia.
Did we technically do that in spring?
No, it was June and July.
Was it June? Did we not
All
go
year
anywhere in
round,
May?
baby. What did we do?
Did we go?
No.
It wasn't May.
No.
Okay.
Where did we go to Mallorca that wasn't Mallorca?
That's what I thought. Was that not May?
That's Magaluf.
Have we? I don't know if I've fully told the
We did
story on
Magaluf
this
in
podcast
June.
or if
Was
it's
it early
ever
June?
fully been told.
We did Magaluf in June and then Ibiza in July.
Yeah, it was an accidental Magaluf though because
That's true. Yeah,
We-
it's really bad.
we put the whole the whole booking of the trip through you.
Before we premise this, Arthur's mum said I'm in the right.
Oh yeah. she
Anyway,
did
continue the
actually.
story.
Well,
He'll tell it in a mean way.
No, I won't tell it in a mean way.
I'll tell you the truth.
I'll tell it in a factual way.
I'll tell the whole truth.
So-
You can't handle the truth.
So you book everything, and we go, "Oh, thanks, Arthur. That's very kind of
I
you."
booked the accommodation and paid for it.
Okay, yeah, and we said, "Thank you very much, Arthur. That's very kind of you."
Yes.
Get on the flight.
Thank you for doing that. By the way.
Big old Airbnb.
We land, and we go, "God, I can't wait to get to the Airbnb." So we travel west for about east.
So
sorry.
we land at like 9 p.m. on
Yeah,
a
land at
Friday
like 9
night
p.m.
because the
Which is
times
important
are important.
detail.
Yeah,
Because it's Friday night 9 p.m.
Yeah.
We land
land Friday night 9 p.m. We travel east about 50 minutes an hour.
an hour.
About
to the middle
about
of
10
nowhere.
minutes before we arrive at our destination. You then go, right, how do we get there?
How do we get in?
And then you see that you have to check in. And then after getting all our passport details out of us and inputting them all, they get submitted. And you see that they sent a message saying that we need to pick it up from the key box. And then you say, oh, that must be outside the villa. Where is
Fair.
the villa? We don't know because they haven't given us the definite location yet because we haven't yet checked in. So we get there. The taxi driver goes, whereabouts do we stop in then, guys? And we just go, don't know, somewhere around here. We get out in this street. We were there for about an hour. Nobody walked past.
around.
Completely empty. No sound whatsoever. And then we finally look where to pick up the key from. And it's past where we came from, an hour in the other direction. Is it an hour?
It's
in
where
the-
we landed. It was next to the
Yeah, it
airport.
was basically next to the
Okay, well,
airport,
a bit
yeah.
further
Yeah.
in like the opposite direction, in the centre of the town, in their offices.
Which was shut.
Which is so dumb from them.
Shut for the weekend.
You book an Airbnb. I've done it a million times. It says this is a lockbox, sort of like a manual labour free check-in or whatever, and it said the key is
Manual labour free.
the key is in a lockbox.
You don't have to build the house.
As in, like, so no one has to come. So I was like, the key is in a lockbox that you access with a code, and we get there at 9 p.m. Got literally airport here, And right next to the airport is the centre of Mallorca.
Yeah.
It is Magaluf, isn't it? Is that the centre?
No,
Magaluf is a
Mallorca.
place in Mallorca. We
Yeah,
want to be
yeah.
clear
But they
that
were
we
right
didn't
next to each other.
deliberately go
And
to
we went to
Magaluf.
the other side of the island to this house, and found out that the key was stupidly in a lockbox on the other side that can only be open 9 to 5 Monday to Friday.
But
And we were leaving on Monday.
Yeah.
Your little ways around the problem weren't what we eventually did was just get a hotel. You were like, well, I've searched it up. I know where it is. We could go see if it's open and just stay there.
But-
Just
oh my
break
God.
in.
I back
You
because
you couldn't
kept
believe
saying,
there was
"Let's
even
just break
another
in."
option.
legally you can't break into something you have property rights to. So
we haven't got a
wouldn't-
key to get in.
We wouldn't be doing it if the window was open, unlocked. I studied
You
this
kept
in
saying
law.
this. You kept saying this brings me back. You kept saying this. You were like, we were like, oh yeah, but we're not gonna be able to get in. You go, but we might. We might as well go check, see if a window's open. What
This
scale
is so
of villa?
valid. Yes.
But just in case there's a window
Because
open.
if
like
there's a window
midnight.
open, we get the villa. Otherwise, what do? We had to
The
get
villa
an-
was like it was a tiny village.
But say we got
and
in,
then it was
how
like
would we have
10 minutes
stayed there
away
all
from
weekend?
that. Yeah, in the middle of nowhere. The villa was in the middle.
The villa was in the middle.
Yeah,
But to be fair, that is what we booked it for. We didn't book it for like a lad's
Yeah.
holiday.
No, I know.
We booked it for like a beach side,
Yeah.
a pool side.
Yeah, but we booked it in the middle of nowhere because we were like, oh, that'll be nice when we wake up in the morning. Not that'll
Peaceful.
be easy to break into.
It was also so in the middle of nowhere that no taxis even went there. Do you remember how many taxis we had to call?
Oh my god, I forgot about this.
We
Like,
got a lift from the guy
Yes.
who worked at the
My
bar.
God, I forgot. Yeah.
we found
We
a hotel.
walked to a bar.
We were like 2 streets over.
Yeah,
weren't
we
we?
Yeah.
walked to a bar that then had who tried to call us taxis. They wouldn't even go there, and so we had to
About
wait
2
there for
hours
like
later.
an hour and a half, and then the bar staff had to give us a lift
Because
to
they were
the
like, we're
hotel
shutting
we
up,
booked.
and we were like, we
yeah.
have nowhere to go, and they were like, we'll drive you home.
Yeah, booked
Absolute
a
shocker.
shitty hotel in the nearest town.
Yeah.
And then the next morning we went,
That's
right, well,
just-
they've not given us the keys to the Airbnb and they're closed for the weekend. They didn't actually get back to us until the end of the holiday.
No,
did
they didn't. They literally
And so
didn't.
we just went, fuck it, Magaluf's an hour and a
Magaluf's,
half away.
yeah.
Should we just go there?
And
Because
it
it was
was
in-
actually quite funny.
it was
yeah.
very
It
fun.
was funny, but it was very underage.
It was.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say underage. Be careful there.
No,
pal.
yeah.
No, but we didn't do anything with them. It was just
No, they were just
the
18. I
The
think you
punters
forget
were like
it's not-
17.
Yeah.
No, I think they were like 18.
Yeah,
I think
no,
you
I think
forget
they-
like people who are 18 look young now. You know.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
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 But
But yeah,
Airbnb, to be fair,
they
said
did give you the money back.
they
didn't
were like,
Yeah.
you are
Yeah.
completely in the right. They're like, they shouldn't say that it's a lockbox that's coded if you need to go to their office, and the fact that they didn't respond
Yeah.
the entire holiday.
Totally.
Yeah.
They gave the money back. So Airbnb were like, yeah, you guys are in the right. So
Yeah, so thank you. That brings us on to the sponsor of this episode, Airbnb. Thank you very much.
no, it was good from them because they could have just been
Yeah.
like, not our problem.
Yeah.
But they were like,
So
Didn't,
it
the
was actually
hotel
quite a
company,
cheap holiday.
they were like,
wasn't
so
it?
poor.
didn't we get the fantastic news just after leaving the world's shittiest yet still very enjoyable water park? Do you remember that place?
What news?
Oh, the weed.
I was pretty sure you got the message from Airbnb being
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh yeah. That water park was so weird.
Mm.
I love water parks. So you love water
Nah, I
parks.
don't
Like,
know
you
about
had the time of your life.
No.
Me and Chris always say this. There are rare moments where George is just, he becomes his inner child and is just so giggly and giggly. And he was on the water park going like, guys, look at this. And there'd be like a water fountain dripping water and he'd like run through the middle of it. And be like, look at this. And like, right,
No
it's
idea what
so
you're about.
cute. It was so funny.
He's actually like that a lot as well. I've
Yeah.
noticed. Yeah.
yeah, you go through phases
He's a
of just being this
he's a
euphoric.
Labrador.
Yeah. It was very funny.
If I've had my sleep, then I'm a Labrador. If not, then I'm a Chihuahua, baby.
Oh my goodness.
So, we've seen some comments in the past. We've sent them back and forth a few times. People say that we bully different members of the group. We'll include Chris as if he's here. He actually is here. He's just, bless him, all the way
Yeah.
down there.
Is he in the
Um,
group?
Yeah. Well, we need the views somehow.
True.
We
yeah.
turn up for his videos and he doesn't ever. I don't know what I was-
Yeah, well, but who do you reckon gets the most abuse in the group?
Come on now. It is me, isn't it?
It's self-inflicted, though.
No.
Who gets the most unnecessary abuse,
Oh.
actually?
I get abused a fair amount on our little day trips out. I think.
Yeah.
Chris is the biggest bully by miles.
Oh, yeah, he's
It's-
the biggest
it's-
bully.
Yeah.
With us, like, we love roasting each other, but like Chris loves watching people suffer. So Chris will
And
find
he knows
something
how to
that
do
he
it.
knows will
Yeah,
upset
yeah,
you.
And he won't stop.
No.
And really,
Yeah.
and be like, oh, that
He'll-
really rattled
he'll
him.
take
Let's
it
do
too
it again.
far.
And you're like, mate, in a funny way, like The good thing about us all,
It makes us hate him in a funny way.
we
Yeah.
can all take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I've never, honestly, I said this jokingly, I can't remember what video it was in. I never really had any like physical insecurities. And the number of times he points out things are wrong with my face.
But you
and physique,
didn't.
No, come on now. And now I just look in the mirror. I was playing actually with Photoshop the other day, undoing all the things that he said was wrong with my face.
Playing.
And it was better looking. And I was like,
He's right.
I made my eyes like closer together because he was just my eyes are far apart. Made my nose a bit smaller. I was like, that guy's better than me. I'll never be him. Because you can't even
You
get
get
surgery
work
to
done.
make your eyes closer
You
together.
sort your nose out though.
Come, yeah.
Not that there's anything to sort out.
Yeah.
No.
Also, you say it's very casual. Like it's not you just going to a barber. Like a little bit off the top, please, pal.
Just get a 0.5
No,
off
I wouldn't.
the-
I would
off the
never want
nostril.
to.
I feel like we need. He has his go-tos for us in terms
Well,
of
yeah.
triangle head, big head. A lot of assortment of things.
A lot of crippling
Yeah.
personality defects according to him. That's what
I say we come up with one for him.
I mean, there's
Let's just
a
list
lot.
some bad
There
things.
is a lot. I
We
mean,
don't. He doesn't get enough shit for how small he is, by the way.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah.
No.
Well,
I think
that's
it's
an easy
because
one.
we just like he's had it his whole life.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And it's
Yeah.
annoying because whatever you say, he'll just be like, I'm a multi-millionaire, so I don't care. And you're like, oh,
He does say
fuck.
that a lot, an awful lot.
He's too rich. Maybe rather than bantering him, we get disguises
Give him
and
a
just
reality
rob
check.
him. Oh.
Saves.
If
Works.
we take the millions away from him, then he's got nothing. The little... No, I'm joking. Or
But speaking of said man, I have asked him before I left to send over some who's most likely to questions.
okay.
He's also sent over some other ones that I'll do afterwards. But we got some who's most likely tos, and I think they may be slightly targeted. I haven't read them yet, but I've just read the first one, and it seems.
Why'd you look at me when you said most targeted?
Well, I mean, you'll know who they're targeted to.
Okay, right.
Who's most likely to? Feel free to add your own ones in, by the way. Otherwise, he gets all the limelight.
Okay.
Who's most likely to get stood up 8 times and give a girl the benefit of the doubt?
Are we counting down or
Yeah, sure.
3, 2, 1?
1.
George
Me.
Clarke.
Georgie. Unfortunately.
It's a fun game, isn't it?
Story
Thanks,
time?
Chris.
Oh, next up. No.
No,
No.
it's just who's most likely to. It's a hypothetical
Oh,
situation.
okay. Right.
It's purely
Fuck that
hypothetical.
girl, by the way.
I was with
This
George.
is a message to
I've
you if
tried
you're
to
watching
for
this.
many
I hate you. You're stupid and mean, and you hurt my boy, and I will find you, and I will kiss you myself
okay,
if you're free.
well,
no,
that's-
I'll
come
never
on.
do that.
I keep getting these weird dreams that either you or Chris go on a date and you're like, oh, this is the girl, and I'm like, no.
And it's her.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, George.
But I'm over her. Who's most likely to fall in love because they've had a flash of boobies? Is this targeted at someone, or is this just who's most likely to?
3, 2, 1.
Arthur.
Arthur.
Me.
Hill.
You fall in love the quickest out of everyone.
Yeah.
I don't know about
You
that.
can be with
yeah.
someone
You
a
say
day
you're
or
in
two.
love.
No, but I
you're
think
like, I love
I
her.
say I am. I think I throw it around a
Yeah,
lot.
you-
I throw around the word.
Tell me
You
though,
know.
if they flash booby, would you be like, okay, you are the one?
To be fair, that would get me.
I'm-
That would get me.
Depends what the face card saying. If the face card's declined,
I keep hearing this saying face
I've
card.
never
Where's
had
this
that in my
come?
life.
It's just your face.
her face card never declines. It's like the face card.
Did you just dwibble everywhere?
Not for the first time.
Dwibble,
Who's most likely?
pace and power with your dribbling out your mouth.
Nice, got him. Who's most likely to punch ArthurTV in the face?
Ooh.
3,
Oh.
2, 1.
You.
Me.
I think.
But I don't know if I
Maybe.
I feel like I'm too much of a pacifist.
I'm just trying to think who gets who would get rattled the most.
Could be you.
I don't think. No. I don't think you've.
I don't think any of us
I
would get
can't.
violent.
I can't imagine. Like I think we all know where our boundaries are. And like obviously, every now and then we can
I
rattle
know
each
Sri
other a
Lanka
bit too
came
much,
pretty
but-
close. I thought you two were going to scrap it. I mean, you did.
Oh yeah, we did fight over a
Did.
bottle of vodka, but I would never punch him.
You
and
could
never
have.
punch
It could have been killed.
me. Yeah, true.
No, I don't think we'd ever get violent.
No, I don't think so.
It's just not in my DNA.
It's
You would. You'd be the most likely to punch someone. This should be a different thing, and you would punch someone.
You've slapped me quite
just because
hard.
Did I? Was that when you?
When I was. I doubt.
You did ask for it to be fair. You said you
Yeah.
liked it.
I wanted to see your boxing skills, and you showed me.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we had about 8 rounds on the street.
Yeah.
And I won 8.
Yeah.
But,
And then
You
back at
ate.
the hotel room.
but
Who's most likely to not apologise for nearly choking a good friend to death?
yeah.
3, 2, 1. ArthurTV.
fair enough.
TV.
Fair enough.
Did you write these?
I needed that vodka back. I do distinctly remember being like, we were talking about it for a while, and I was like, let's put it. I was like, don't worry about it, and you were like, it's not your place to say don't worry about it, and I was like, yeah, it's fair enough.
I'm glad you realised that, because
No,
I
I
was there
didn't.
like, how am I the one that seems to get flack for
No,
this?
I
Anyway.
am sorry. Watching it back, it was. I mean, we were having a lot of fun, like fighting over the vodka. I feel like when we are like 4 brothers, really.
Ooh, I don't know, they get some
I don't know.
controversy recently.
Yeah, 3 of them. We're like 3
Oh,
of them.
yeah.
Yeah.
One of us is just horrendously racist and sexist and whatever he is. Okay.
And he's no longer with us.
If you're watching this, by the way,
Sorry,
stop
Chris.
and go to the gym.
Oh.
No,
You're
because that's
saying
what he
stop.
said.
That's what he says.
Oh, I thought you
What
were
the hell
saying
are
to
you
that guy, like, stop being sexist, and also you're a bit fat,
Whoa, nobody said
which would have been
that.
crazy.
No, yeah.
But you didn't say that. That's fine.
No.
Crazy kebabs. Who's most likely to try to show you a 5-minute TikTok when you're in the middle of cooking a bolognese? That seems very targeted. So, 3, 2, 1, me.
George.
He will just be giggling away.
Yeah.
You can't
I
wait.
admit,
Your concept of time in general is fascinating, I think. I've
My
never seen
concept
you
of
rush. No, I know. His is just bad. Yours is just like the way you move in life is pretty like.
I wouldn't say I'm late to things, though.
No, but this is what I
Yeah.
find. You like. You're just there all the time.
I don't get stressed, which
Yeah,
can
yeah.
become a bad
Yeah.
thing. Date
Yeah.
exit stories. Tell me, bitch.
What kind of stuff are we on? I'm trying to think of which ones I have told you and I haven't told you. Have I spoken about the library one?
You've not told the audience any of them. So
Yeah, but I'm trying to remember which ones I've told you, because then you'd be like, that's a good one worth telling.
I've not heard any.
There was one where I
don't
got
think.
catfished on Tinder quite badly, and it was a stupid idea to do that. This is why people would say,
I'd love to see your Tinder profile.
go on
Yeah.
a coffee date for your first date or something, like short, so that if it just doesn't work. I decided, I was like, I think this was back when I just like started earning money as a lawyer and had the YouTube salary at the same time. So I was like, I can after 5 years of being a student, I was like, I can finally afford a nice date.
Yeah.
And he
Matched
took
with
her for a
this girl on
coffee.
Tinder, and like we went to this like really
But you-
expensive Asian restaurant, ordered like
Right,
a fancy
okay,
bottle of
I
wine, all
see,
this kind of
okay.
stuff. And I was sat there like halfway through, just really mad. Like, this bill's gonna be like 300 quid, and I just have no interest in you. And and one of my mates who was studying in London at the time, he had like stayed for a master's, was like he was just in the library or something, and so we were walking past like through, and I was like, I know I was gonna walk you home, but my mate's in the library and I'm just gonna go spend some time with him. And she was like, what? And that was a pretty awkward one.
Ooh,
What?
wow.
How did you deliver that line?
It was so
we're-
awkwardly, I bumbled out.
I'm the girl.
I was just kind of like
you're
checking
you.
my phone. There was no
Yeah.
chat. The chemistry was dead. I was sort of like walking her towards I can't even remember where we were going. And I just remember my mate Jared just being like, yo, I'm in the library. And I was like, I'm so close to you. Because I was telling him, he's like one of my best mates. I was like, his date's not going well. And he's like, I'm in the library. And I was like, I'm just going to go see my mate. He's in the library doing his whatever chemistry masters. And she was like, okay. I've had a lot of dates that ended, and the last time I ever saw them, they were
That
like,
ended in a library.
and they was like, okay. There was one where I went on like 3 dates with a girl, and it was like one where like I was kind of using her to tick off things that I wanted to do in London.
Whoa.
Okay, thank God. Okay.
What
So,
the
like,
hell?
So I really
sort of saved it at the end.
so on the final date, like I really wanted to go see Les Mis, and I was like, I wouldn't really just go by myself. And what am I going to do? Like invite one of the boys to go watch Les
so
Mis
she
with
was like
me?
a tour
Oh my
guide.
God.
So I was like, oh, let's go watch Les Mis. I've got 2 tickets and stuff. Went, absolutely loved it, and came out, and I was like,
Did you like it?
right, I really liked it. And I was like, okay, right, let's go home. And she was like, we haven't really spoken, because she was like, do you want to go for a drink or something? We'll go for a drink.
No.
I haven't got tickets for a drink.
And the first 2, they were very platonic. And then on that day, I was kind of like high low. I was like kind of ready to go home because I'd seen Les Mis, like I'd done what I'd come out to do. And
I've
so
got 2 tickets. The tickets are just the opposite sides of the theatre.
and we were like on the central line back. And I was like, all right, well, this is me. I'm getting off, and give her a hug. And she goes, oh, a hug goodbye again. And I was like, what? Get off the tube. And I could just tell that she was definitely like probably expecting at least a kiss or something. And I just left her on the tube, and yeah, that was it.
Put headphones in, locked in with Les Mis.
Yeah. There are so many times that like things happen. I don't realise till much later. I also had one at uni. Like obviously, I was on a uni where like, there were lots of colleges in a row, and I was with a girl that I'd been in a club with, and like we stopped at her college. Like the taxi pulled up in hers. She like gets out the car and she goes like, "Are you coming out?" And I was like, "Oh no, my college is a few more along." And like she was like, "Okay," like shuts the door. I'm driving away, and I'm like, I wonder if she meant like come with me to my college rather than like get out and walk the rest.
Yeah, I wonder.
Probably.
Mate. Yeah, I wonder.
I thought she meant like, is this your college or are you gonna get out and walk? And I was like, no, you'll do an extra stop. Like,
it's like a Uber driver.
Yeah, exactly.
Just a bit further on,
Yeah.
mate.
She got I fumbled massively.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Who's most likely to speak to a girl for 3 hours, not ask her if she has a boyfriend, and then get angry when she says she has one?
Wait. Oh. It's very recent. 3, 2, 1.
These wounds are too fresh.
Story time.
Fair, she kept saying, I don't even know who you are when people were coming up to me, so she won't be watching. And if she is, fuck you. No, I just, had our fun day in Belfast, and Chris, being Chris, was speaking to a girl on Raya. And she came to meet us in this bar with some friends, and both of her two of these friends were like, my friend like really likes you, and she seemed very lovely. We were chatting for a long time. Went to get a drink, and then we're hanging out.
They said my friend really likes you.
Yeah, they said my friend really likes you. Yeah, and I was like, cool. And then she was saying to me like, oh, like you're being so nice to me, like saying a lot of nice things.
Yeah.
And then there was one. So we queued. Obviously, it's Paddy's Day, like heaving. Like took like 40 minutes to queue to get a drink, and then we have it like half an hour later, go and get another drink. And she like goes round a different way and just like speaks to this girl behind the bar, and turns out she's like best friends with this girl behind the bar, and we got like drinks instantly. And I was like, why didn't you do that before? And she's like, I just wanted to spend more time with you.
Oh,
and I was like, oh, this
that's
girl's
cute.
really nice. Like,
That's
and
really
obviously
cute.
into me. Like, having said that.
Obviously.
Yeah, obviously. And then we go and like learn, like go to the smoking area and like sit in the corner and getting all cozy and like learning about each other or whatever. And like, I'm like knowing like what she does at uni and all
Just
this kind of stuff.
exploring
Yeah,
each
exploring
other.
each other's every corner.
I didn't know.
Wait,
You
you
had a mole
touching?
on your back.
No, yeah, there was a bit of touching going on. Yeah, I mean, she was like holding my hand around everywhere.
You held hands.
Dude, every finger.
Bit crazy.
No,
bro.
but like she was leading me with her hand and stuff, and then would be like, our legs were. I don't know how it was. It was subtle, but it was going.
She
Like,
looked like a
crossed.
pretzel,
and
baby.
then
Sweet and salted.
and then basically it was like, I mean, we must have been out there for like an hour, like away from you guys, which is not
not
annoying,
an hour,
but
a
like
long time.
yeah, but
2
like
or 3.
2 or 3 hours.
Like, we had come to
Yeah,
Belfast
to be
for you
fair-
for this video. We went
no,
into
it
this
wasn't
pub.
2 or 3. No way, bro.
Bro, the entire club night for me. We walked in, you walked off with her. Me, Chris,
No.
me, Chris, and James were on this table
No,
with these
that's
3 girls
not
the
fair.
entire night. And when they went to the club was when I said goodbye to
Players.
you.
I don't know if I'd say it was an hour and a half max.
Bro, it was literally.
No, because
was
I was
8
with you
o'clock
when
when we
the guy
arrived.
getting the baby Guinnesses and stuff. You
It was
can't
like
put that
8
on me.
Okay, a little bit, maybe
Yeah.
half an hour you hung out with us.
Oh,
So
to be
I-
fair, it was
at
after you'd
half
gone.
8
It was after you'd gone I came back in, actually.
Yeah, so you
Yeah.
left us at 8:30, and then I left around midnight, and then I
Yeah.
said goodbye to you on the way out.
Yeah. So
So probably 3.5 hours. more
no,
like,
no, no, no.
it was
I got timings and receipts on my phone. I can check. But yeah. Then I come back in and like I wouldn't say I like tried to get with her, but then she was like being like I was like it's weird that we haven't yet. Do you know what I mean?
I did try to get, but she just didn't
Yeah,
like that my tongue was out.
Yeah, like I was like, she wasn't getting the hints that I was like.
Lick it back.
And then I come back in, and then James comes up to me, a camera guy, and he was like, "Dude, like she's got a boyfriend," and I was like,
Damn.
"What? Like crazy." And then just she then and I sort of left her, and then she kept texting me like, "Where are you?" And I'm not getting.
And you
involved
saw.
in that.
This makes me so sad because some dude's probably like sat at home or in a club down
That's
the
what I
road,
mean.
Yeah.
and his girlfriend's walking around hand in hand with another guy, texting him like that.
What
Shit
the
makes me
hell?
so sad.
Yeah, not just any guy,
Yeah.
a stud.
Yeah, that's where we were going.
No, yeah, no.
But her excuse without telling me that she had a boyfriend was like, "What's the point? Like, if you go home tomorrow, like, what's the point? Like, And I was like, well, what's the point of me spending an hour to get to know you?
Yeah, what's the point in?
And any like,
Her-
in
So
any,
she's saying that
she
if
her
you
excuse
chat to
was
another
for
girl,
me
you
like
wouldn't
not
be able
wanting
to
to
make her
get
your
me.
girlfriend.
Was like, no, she was like, yeah, like if you're going home, like, and she was like, I feel like I like you too much and all this kind of stuff. And I was like, what?
It's not cheating if we're
Yeah.
pen pals. How's that?
Yeah, it was wild.
Bloody hell.
It makes me sad. Like, you've got the
Yeah.
following where if you posted, because we found her on Instagram in the
You
airport.
did, yeah.
Well, you
could have just put
full
her
right
on your
to be
story
angry
and
then.
just been like, if you're this girl's boyfriend, just bro, run.
If you're that girl when you're watching,
Well, it's like to
Leave
say to
him
your mates
alone.
that you liked me
And
as well.
we found the guy. Maybe you should message the guy and just be like, listen, pal.
Listen,
Honestly, if I was the guy, I'd like you to do that. Like, I'd rather someone tell me, like, be like, oh, by the way, your girl's doing this, rather than like wasting any more
I wouldn't.
time.
You'll be-
And finding out a year
I
later.
mean, I didn't technically cheat though, did she? So.
Oh, that's breakup worthy. Yeah.
where is the line of cheating?
Like, even if it's not beyond the line of cheating,
And
like
how close can we get?
you don't you don't want to be in a relationship.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it was annoying.
This is a weird one. Randomly, I saw on TikTok. It's called soaking. I think. Have you heard of this trend?
Pretty sure I've seen videos about that.
So
What is it?
So, like, very evangelical Christians in the US that can't have sex before marriage.
Oh,
no,
is
I
this?
don't know this. I don't know
I think
this.
They-
Freezy told this a lot.
It's a bit of a trend on
Oh, yeah.
TikTok, but they basically get naked in bed together, get on top of each other, and they get their mate to stand on the mattress, like jumping up and down with their legs, so that it makes you move together. And their idea is that doesn't constitute sex in the eyes of God, because neither of you are like actively it's just happening
So
to
someone's
you.
doing what on the side?
So like you're both in bed together. Let's say you're a guy and the girl's
Yeah.
on top of you. You're both
Yeah.
naked.
Let's example, you're a guy.
Yeah, okay, right. It's hard to imagine.
You're lying on a bed. Let's say like a studenty, shitty, like those single springy beds.
Okay,
A girl's
easier
on
to
top of you
imagine.
and you're both naked,
Right.
and I'm just there on the bed going.
What
like
the
that to
fuck?
the
How does that
mattress to
even...
make the bed shake
Right,
up and
right,
down?
right.
So in their head, they're like, "Oh yeah, God's chill with this."
Apparently so.
Because
So-
they're not-
He's looking down, going, "Hey, what are you two doing?" And
How
then
do you
Yeah.
even
you're
like,
sort of trying
ask
to go,
someone to be the jumper, you know?
Well, because they're all like in the thing, so it's like, oh, I want to
In the thing. What do you mean by that?
in the like
The vagina.
Christian.
Oh.
In the Christian thing. The
In
whole
this-
Christian
in this-
thing.
They're all of this.
They're all involved in the
they're this
Christian
group-
thing.
They all believe the same, so they all do it so
Oh, it's like a favour.
they all do it
like
for
a
each other.
Like, you'll do it for me later,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
I'll soak you if you soak me.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
That's wild.
So how bizarre is that?
I know nothing about like can they do like can you give a hand job?
Well, it
Is
depends.
You can't do anything.
Is this to do with soaking still?
Yeah.
Just random question.
No, I mean
Are
like
you good
in-
at hand
if
jobs?
you can't
It
perform
completely-
any kind of
there's a
sexual
bunch.
act.
Different groups will believe completely different things. Some
Right.
people think, because obviously there's armpitting,
What?
where like guys have sex with a girl's
They
armpit.
do that really hard.
They're like bending the knee. There's like
as
loads.
you should for
because
your
obviously
king.
like the Bible isn't that explicit, or any holy book isn't so explicit to be like you cannot do that in the knee.
It is and it isn't. So like it doesn't say specifics like that. But
Yeah.
It basically says like no. Well, it says no sexual immorality, which is so like
Broad, yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Okay.
anything.
Yeah. So you could say that having sex with an armpit isn't sexual immorality.
But you could say it is like
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
masturbation.
Yeah.
That's
Oh my god, I couldn't jack off.
So it's just all basically subjective as to what
Yeah.
you think sexual immorality is.
Yeah.
So you could just have full-blown penetrative sex.
Which is what these people are doing. Basically, that's what
Yeah,
soaking
but
is.
you could just stop the soaking part and then just be like, "That's not immoral, chaps."
Well, that's just sex before marriage.
just
then
go,
I
"Hey,
think
chaps, that's not." But then
I think the girls. I think.
what is sex?
Yeah.
I think girls
Please
who
tell
have been
me.
soaked are still virgins, or who've
Virgins.
done soaking. I don't know. That sounds.
I don't understand what. Like, say God walks in the room. What's the conversation that they have?
He's
there?
everywhere, isn't he?
Okay, but say in this scenario.
So he's inside and
the
outside.
vagine.
Well, technically.
Right, so he walks in the room just in this scenario and goes like, "Oi, boys / girls, what's going on here? You guys be the boy and girl here in this
Yeah.
scenario.
Well, you're God. You're omniscient. You don't need to ask. You already know. We're just soaking.
You're really good at these scenarios, guys. What's going on here? Looks
Sorry,
like you.
did I put it in your bum?
Looks like you two having sex.
No, we're soaking. I'm not shagging
It
her.
was
She's
him.
not shagging me. It was him bouncing on our bed.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay then.
Yeah. That's unseen.
What?
God looks a lot like George Clarke. I love that guy on TikTok.
Yeah. To be fair, if God was like in his 20s,
No, why would you say that?
Oh, I'm looking at the reflection in the. Sorry, I completely thought that was a picture of you, but it's just me.
In his 20s. He wishes. Like 34, mate. Most likely to kill their entire family to preserve their existence in a petri dish.
No, yeah, I'd do that.
Yeah, we had this.
Well,
I've heard about
we had this. We had the. Whenever you in a hot tub, number one, very steamy. Number two, you just go into this whole realm of philosophical questions, and it was basically just how many people. It started off
we were
like,
drunk on the ski trip, so we'd done après, we were battered. We get back to the hotel, we get back to our lodge, we'd hop in the tub, have some beers, and have some deep
you
chats.
started being like, right, so you'd want to know what the level is to where we go. Yeah, my life isn't worth killing this many people or something.
Yeah,
and there just wasn't one for Arthur until his soul wasn't on this earth. Then
Not sure I believe in
everybody
his
can
soul.
die.
But no, well, to be fair, I definitely was playing devil's advocate with this one
I don't think you were.
because, but I don't know. I
can
definitely
see
don't know where the line would be. Because realistically,
you said if you were in like a vegetative state and you only had your brain, you would kill everybody on the earth.
that was definitely devil's advocate.
You didn't say anything. That's the first time you've gone back on it.
No, because I mean, it's
nice guy,
funnier
though.
to say, like, if you're back, like, it's a bit boring to just be like, oh, I wouldn't kill anyone for this, and I'd.
Why is this the first time we're
I'd
hearing of it being a
sacrifice
joke
myself.
then?
Because it's just more interesting if you just go, yeah, and it'd be interesting to see, because it was me, you, Harry, and Chris, and none of us are religious, spiritual, anything like that.
Yeah.
So I thought it was more interesting to like go beyond what you would consider reasonable, but then see if you can justify why it was wrong. Do you know what I mean?
But
Would
you
not
didn't
reveal,
say
yeah,
that.
would you not reveal that
Yeah, you have.
sooner
This is
than
the
now?
first time as if they were like Darren Brown and this was one big ploy.
No, because I don't think I necessarily care whether you know that it's like that. Like, obviously, you know, like,
That's crazy. That you just happily live like us with the knowledge that you just want to be in a petri dish because everybody's dead. You're just in this like fridge somewhere.
But it was interesting because with the like, the discussion was around ending the conscious experience, right? That was what it was all framed around.
Yeah.
And it was like, if you died, you wouldn't be aware of anyone living on or their happiness and stuff like that. And then it's like, then the question is like, why does it matter? If you just, everyone just goes, oh yeah, no, I'd rather, I'd sacrifice myself and my family. Fair enough, interesting, but the conversation dies. It's more interesting to hear someone say like, oh yeah, I'd rather me go than my family, and have them justify why their family's ongoing happiness, even though it's irrelevant to you. It's so much more interesting.
I get that side as it being interesting, but it's weird instead of going, oh, why is that? And instead framing yourself as a psycho who would just happily live as a cell.
It's not debate club.
But you
it's
care more.
Drunk beers in the jacuzzi.
Yeah,
at
but we are all like that, especially I would say Harry and somewhat Chris.
No,
like whenever we
get
get drunk,
you
we
bring it
always
out
do
of
that.
everyone
Yeah.
because we have to. You become this like leader of the debate club, and you just start honing in on one person. And then once they're done, and
everyone loves
you
it.
Go
like,
to the next person.
And you did as well. Like everyone gets very animated and very like. If I just go like hypothetically, why would you not want to just continue as a conscious? It's like, oh, hypothetically. If I just go, yeah, you know what? I will kill everyone, including everyone I love, just for me to continue as a possibility as a conscious experience in the universe. Then you go like, why on my family? It's like, oh, why? And that's when you get the really interesting conversations.
I just find it funny that you've decided up until now to then go, oh, that was a joke, by the way.
Not a joke. Because I really don't know. I don't know where the line would be exactly or how you do justify it. Not that I'm saying it can't be justified, but it's so interesting. It is so interesting.
I'm finally most likely to have peaked already.
Oh.
I feel like we're all pretty relatively
two of us are.
Yeah, two of us are young and budding.
Yeah, I'm younger, but I'd probably
You're
say...
what, sorry? You're younger?
No, you're both younger.
Right, yeah.
But I'd say we're all in a very much like, year on year, we're in a very different place.
Yeah.
Like your music, like your shows every week, I swear, like double in size. Like we were kind of like doing our own thing a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Like we both, me and you have had a relatively similar path. Like
yeah,
yours was a bit slower and then much faster. I feel. Like, in the time that you went along, because, like, you on YouTube, I think, like, pre you doing videos with Alex.
No, yeah.
Like, if you go on your YouTube and go back 5 years, like, mine would be, like, 100K one year, 200K the next year, 300K the next year, like, slow over the last, like, 3 or 4 years. Whereas yours was, like, when you, up until with Alex, they were all, like, much more...
I mean, I posted my first... When did I post my first YouTube video? I think, like, year and a half ago.
And then obviously, like,
deep.
TikTok, you got so big on TikTok, and that was pretty rapid. Like you said, you got like hundreds of thousands from the like Garage Beat video.
2 years ago was my first video in the old tube. What a crazy life we lead, eh?
Yeah.
Sorry, it's really crazy.
Yeah. But like, so I'd say, yeah, I don't know.
I don't say...
None of us have peaked.
No, I think
We've not
we're
even
very much
begun
early
to
on it.
We do have to answer the question, though. Who's most likely to have peaked already? If you've got an answer in your McBrain,
yeah.
we can't say Chris for this one.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, I don't want to say anything.
I would just say, just because you've gained so many followers already, like you've already gained like 2.5 million over the last couple of years. Gaining another 2.5 million would be insane.
Wow.
Whereas I do think I think you're a global superstar pending. I always say this.
Wow.
You do actually say that more than anyone. It's very nice of you.
You'd be surprised. I whenever I have conversations outside of our circle, everyone thinks you're going to be like, your ceiling's so much higher than everyone else's. Oh. So you should. Not that's a necessary knock on me and George and Chris.
It's not. It's the same, really.
Right. Well, in comedy, yours is not.
No, I would say that I've 100% peaked in comedy for sure.
Yeah.
With the Voldemort video, I'm never ever doing.
But that's that's a very high ceiling anyway. The Voldemort video,
true.
it's like what 50 million, 30, 30 or 50.
Its cultural impact can't be replicated.
I'd like to think I haven't already.
I should get a role in the new Harry Potter series, I think.
Well, I think the issue with peak is like, peak is obviously it doesn't go higher than that. And I can't imagine that in a month or 2 months that everything won't be just slightly better for us. Or that's what I'm hoping anyway. Like this podcast is only going to grow. Your music's only going to grow. Your YouTube channel's only going to grow.
Hell yeah.
Like if you think about like, I feel like we're all getting into good space. And as well, like we do obviously have the viewers to thank because they're...
Yeah, they're alright, but it's all us really.
Yeah, I mean, what do they click a thing and watch it? Fucking hell.
James, say it or shot it?
Say it or shot with what shot?
I don't know, open up that, see what we've got. Is that gin? We can do the gin.
No, can't we just slated gin?
Yeah, I know, but there's no other spirits in there.
Can we just be classy and have some Merlot?
There's some Passoa at the bottom if you want to shot that.
Merlot.
17%.
Alright, then we'll do the gin.
Okay, let's
can I just shot VK?
Because then that's like
what is
Passoa? It's just passion. This is what's in Pornstar Martinis, right?
I guess so.
I think so.
I've drunk far too much alcohol recently.
It says in the back.
Right. He's given us 4
each.
Oh, Chris has done this.
Yeah.
Oh no.
He's just given us 4. So.
We will have to do.
Yeah, I say we all do them together. Otherwise, we're just going to get one of us get 2, the others going to get 1.
Have we got shot glasses or are we all...
I've been drunk
out of
6 out of the last 7 days.
You're so cool.
We just spent 24 hours getting battered out.
And you just said he's...
Belfast for you.
But that was my 5th day in 6.
Finish that and then I'll buy you a drink.
I'll buy you a drink.
ArthurTV, buy me a drink. Yeah.
Is that your line? Just got to go, finish that, I'll get you another one.
I bought all the alcohol for the beer bike because your card got declined.
Oh, you did actually. Well, you say that like that was a load. What, 2 8-packs?
God, I forgot. Why is he the one pouring? You are you are awful with drinks.
Thank you.
You're the one to blame for this. I point at my eyebrow.
Stop.
Right.
Oh.
Okay, I feel like these could be getting sunk rather quickly. So
I'm just gonna say everything. I don't want to do it.
So gentlemen, I'll just tee this up for the TikTok clip. Christopher Micro Dick has sent us in some say it or shot it questions.
Okay.
We've all got some shots in front of us.
Yeah.
You know the aim of the game. Name the first name of the last person that you had sexual intercourse with. Say it or shot it.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Oh. Is it bad?
Not at all, actually. I don't know why I pulled that face. I was expecting it to be bad.
Nice. Yeah,
That was a wince of anticipation.
You didn't clarify first or last name, first and last. You could have said first name.
Yeah, the first name, but
Yeah, I can't.
even then,
I think,
I think he would have known that as well.
he knows.
What is your mum's surname?
He
What?
nice.
Got him. No, she is fit though. How strong is this?
Wait, it doesn't need
Just
to
do
be
it.
strong to.
Just do it.
She's a beautiful woman.
And don't do a lot, please.
There you go.
Thank you. Right. Weirdest thing you've ever done in front of a girl. This one I feel like can be a say it. I don't know what is the weirdest thing. Let me just rack my brain through all of the possible options.
Yeah,
I have
give us a
I
moment
have
to
a-
think.
no, yeah, no, yeah. Well, I'll think
Weirdest
about it.
thing I've ever said.
I'll tell you one actually that plays on my mind to this day. To this day, I was, I think, probably about the age of 16, and I went on a date with a girl. We met for the first time, and we just drove to McDonald's and
Class.
classic date. And we got on quite well. And upon leaving, like, we had a little kiss, had a little like hug, and then I was like, you know in films where they like, when they're hugging, they like pick the girl up and like spin around.
Oh, no.
Little 16-year-old George went, oh, that's a fantastic idea. So just like picked her up and she was just sort of wiggling her legs like, what are you doing?
Screaming. Ah!
Um,
That's crazy, but hey, romantic guy. This isn't technically related, but kind of is, because it was a funny story that happened to me last week. I went to a pub I hadn't been to in like 2 years, and I've been there once
is this
before.
your answer to the say it or
No,
shut
but
it?
it just reminded me of it.
Okay.
And I go in there, and there's this girl behind the bar is like looking at me. She recognised me, or whatever. But she's like, "Did you come in here like 2 years ago?" And I was like, "Yeah, I did." She's like, "And did you order a Scotch egg?" And I was like, "Yeah, I did, because I remember I ordered a Scotch egg because I'd heard it was really good." And she was like, "Oh God!" And I was like, "What?" Like, so I said the worst thing I've ever said, and it's like played on my mind every day since that day. And I was like, "What did you say?" She's like, "I don't think you heard it," but apparently she came and delivered the Scotch egg, and then like, because we were like a group of boys, apparently she went, "Is it bussin'?" I didn't hear. It was the fact she recognised me from 2 years ago.
That would have been.
Yeah.
I feel like if you heard that, you would have found it really funny.
Yeah, I would have like laughed a lot, but also like,
Yeah.
what was she? But yeah, just like the fact of like a waitress coming over and being like, "Is it bussing? How is it all
Did you enjoy
bussing
the
for you
movie?
guys? Yeah.
Did you enjoy your
Is
meal?
everything bussing for everyone?" But yeah, so as I would say, I don't know.
Say it or shut it, guys. Weirdest thing you ever. And you
Weirdest thing I've
you
ever
can't miss something out because that's the one that plays on my mind to this day. That's just Orkies. You've got to have something locked and loaded, brother.
I'm very consistently awkward in most situations, which is why it's difficult to like. But I don't think there's necessarily one that's.
There
He
was
has no idea what's weird.
Yeah. I have to analyse every social interaction after I have them, which is much more difficult.
I remember there was a time I was in bed with a lady, and for
Nice.
some reason when I
Go you, man.
I did the business, whatever. Then we were
Did
like
what?
the things Christians can't do.
Oh.
Yeah. I said bye to the guy doing the bed stamping, the soaking. No, and we were lying down, and for some reason I just started humming the Superman theme tune.
Why?
What's that like?
Like just out of awkwardness, because we weren't saying anything, and I was like, no, sorry, not Superman. Is
Is that Superman? That might be
I don't know
Superman.
what that is.
Either way, it's weird.
Yeah.
Is that it? Is that the story?
Yeah, but it was just like it was like it wasn't like I knew her very well.
That's the weirdest thing.
I can't think of anything else. I really can't think of anything else. Apart from the naked windmill on the street that time, but I was drunk.
That was a bet. You've got to have many things just.
They're all like the stories I've already told, just just so socially oblivious.
Just drink them.
Nah, let me think. I'm sure there'll be one that's
Come on,
like a
think,
real
man,
another.
think.
There must have been like one specifically.
Whilst you're thinking, better start drinking.
Oh, a little nurse.
All right, let's move on to the next one. Okay, say it or shot it. The amount you pay an editor per video. Are you willing to say the amount you pay an editor per video?
My editor's just full-time salary, so it's not.
Okay, say it's full-time salary then.
Well, that's not fair on him.
No, also not legal, I don't think.
Oh, then fucking drink.
Ah,
Are you willing to say?
No, because no.
Why not?
Why? Is it
No.
shocking low or shockingly high?
No, it's shocking. There's been a couple of times I think I've massively overpaid. I will say that the first video that
Oh yeah.
I got shafted. Like it was just a react video, me and George, like watching my old videos, like very basic stuff.
did well though.
Yeah, it did well for a first video, but like the guy charged me like 500 quid.
That's rather expensive.
That is mental.
Yeah, for it was like a 15-minute video, and he spent 2 days on it. He said so. It's 250 quid a day.
Okay, Arthur, before you hired someone full time, what did you pay the editors?
50 quid per video was the kind of standing going rate for a commentary. No edits. Like that's just because my videos, remember, were before I hired someone full time were just like me speaking, reading a script for an hour.
Yeah.
And they just cut the ums and ahs out. There's no like effects or zooms or crops.
Yeah.
So that was like an hour,
50.
hour and a half job.
That's pennies.
Oh, okay.
To be fair, I know there are some.
Do you think for an hour and a half of freelance work?
Yes.
Do you?
But also maybe because did it really take that little time to cut out ums and ahs?
Yeah, it's literally just blade chop. Because you don't even have to listen to it. Like you can, because obviously it cuts down to a 9-minute video. You look at a waveform of a sentence. And then there's like 20 seconds because I have to look at the next sentence and learn it in my head before I say it.
But did you ever have to redo sentences?
Yeah, fair amount.
So we still had to watch everything.
Yeah, but even if it's more than so even if it was like 2 hours, that's still 25 quid an hour. It's pretty decent for like a zero skill. Like these editors were like, like anyone can learn to do it. And like,
in fairness,
10
I
minutes.
know.
Whereas George's videos, like multicams and multiple people edits, all that kind like my modern ones.
Yeah.
Like nowadays, I think it's much closer
I know
to more money.
some YouTubers who will never name unnamed, that got to like pretty sure like
Why am I drinking this?
2 or 3 million followers or something, and were still paying their editors like 25 quid to 50 quid.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
The thing is, like, people is like
Bear in mind,
the
those videos
number of
getting, like,
editors
millions
out
of
there.
views.
Because obviously, like nowadays, like school kids are like just whiz kids at editing,
Yeah.
and like they're most of them
School
in
kids can do
America.
anything these
They're
days.
like they're living at home, their bills are paid, and like 50 quid is like an entire game that they're gonna play for like ages or like.
Is that how you coax them in? I'll get you an entire game.
It's like dangling.
What you
FIFA.
done
No,
playing
because
with this?
I don't hire freelancers, but like you go on, I recently put out the form for like what do you charge for edits?
Yeah.
There were genuinely people being like, oh, I just love editing, I'll do it for free, and it's like,
I'm gonna shot, I think.
why?
I don't want to reveal the amount that I pay editors in case others want more or less.
Oh, that's
I don't.
fair.
I pay.
You pay a reasonable fee.
pay
No,
good
I
enough.
You
pay.
pay
You've
pretty much
told
the
me.
exact
I,
same as
yeah,
me.
I'd say I pay well for. I pay a different rate for each channel. That's why I don't want to say what I pay for each, because then they'll be like, "Hang on a minute, bitch." Well, they won't be. I think I pay fairly, but I don't want to reveal.
Yeah, I think we all pay fairly. Like these are.
Fill me up, Buttercup.
Why don't you fill me up?
This has got to be exceedingly sweet, no?
Yeah. Any
Seriously.
other say it or shot tips that you guys have got? I got one more from Christopher, but that's just so silly. Do you want me to do the final say it or shot from Christopher, and then you guys
Yeah,
can
go
throw some
on.
out if you
sure.
want? the age gap that you would date. I feel like if you have to shot this, you've got a problem.
Yeah, that is true.
If you're like,
Yeah.
ooh, like, I don't know what. I don't know.
4 years.
Either way, or I would say.
Oh. No.
Oh, older, there's almost no limit.
Yeah, I agree.
Bro,
honestly.
Dame Judi Dench is like 80, and I swear I'd date her.
I think my cap. Oh, but in terms of
The Queen, before she died, if she asked me on a date, obviously you would have said yes.
well, yeah, that's just like so you can go to your mates. I'd be like,
So would you
I
date
have
someone
had-
who's 98? Yes. So your age range is 98.
that's a very specific 98-year-old.
You're not 0.
Just say, as the range.
Can't go 98 either way as well. That baby's been born. Kind of lang.
I'd say. I don't know. Younger. Maybe 20.
Yeah.
But
I
it
feel like
depends.
21 plus is
It
pretty
depends on the
standard.
20 though. Because mid-uni 20 is very different to someone who's just skipped and is like doing an actual job.
Yeah, someone who's like served in the armed forces age 20 is going to be so much more mature.
Yeah.
than someone
That was the
mid-uni.
third option, yeah. If it was a Royal Navy cadet at the age of 20.
I'm 20. Sorry, you're mid-uni. I've served in the British Royal Navy. Come here.
Well, I say maybe 20, then upper echelons. 29, 30? 30?
You're joking. You wouldn't date a 31-year-old?
Yeah.
I just maybe, but I'm looking at it in the sense of my older sister is nearly 3 years older than me,
Yeah.
and I've always said it's weird to date higher, but like much higher is. And my cousins, I've always been like, oh, you're way older than me, and then to date someone that's.
Stop thinking about your family when
Yeah,
we're
this is
discussing.
yeah.
I feel
yeah.
like that's a natural
You are
thing to do, to be
such a
like
West
No, I
Coast-
literally haven't thought of my
to-
family once.
to relate it.
I
don't know how you
He
haven't
just
thought of your
said
sisters,
something
boy.
about- he pictures his
I think to relate it back to something that you've from a young age been like, oh, they're way older than me, to then be like, oh, somebody who's the
yeah,
same
I
age.
know.
That I feel like that would then. But I mean, if
But do you
somebody's
not
like,
do you not hit like
perfect-
21 and just start going like, some 40-year-olds just are fit?
Yeah,
yeah, but I wouldn't
100%.
then date them because they're like
50-year-olds.
like not so similar, but like
So
they're-
you wouldn't date J-Lo if she came up to you and
Yeah,
was like,
are you mental?
date me?
But that's a good question.
That-
Are we talking date or are we talking?
yeah, date and have spent a lovely night with are very different questions. I feel.
Yeah.
Date
you were-
both.
Both.
Why would
Yeah,
your mind
I'm-
jump to sex? You said date. We're talking about go on a date with, right?
Yeah, and I just said
Yeah.
date and have us spend an enjoyable evening with are different
Yeah.
things. I don't think I could feasibly take J-Lo to my family Christmas dinner and be like, yeah, we get on so well. We've got so many past experiences.
I
That,
so could.
no, but would you
What?
relate to each other on like a? Would you genuinely feel like you've got similar life experiences and be like, oh yeah, we want the same things right now? And I wouldn't have that with a 40-year-old.
I'd probably be like, I'm ready. If I was
fair,
like,
it's
I'm
a
ready
lot
to settle down
closer
and
for
she's
him.
50.
Yeah, you are like 38 anyway, so
Yeah.
it doesn't.
I'm like 3 years older than you. What are you? 24. I'm 27.
It's a big gap.
It's a bit weird.
I
What's your age gap?
Yeah,
I
like, I don't
genuinely
just
put-
about date you.
Put a label on it.
think as long as no matter how old they are, as long as I find them attractive,
Yeah.
Whoa!
I would date like a 70-year-old.
Dangerous waters here, brother. 7. That's you.
70's too much.
I
but
could imagine having
I
a
could go
really
up to
nice,
60.
fancy. We were talking about. Me and Arthur were saying we should go out on more like fancy
Bingo
dinners
nights. We
as
should go to more
friends.
bingo nights together.
Rather than all this, like, we watch football and have beers and stuff. We should go out like nice. I
Yeah,
could
I
so
said
imagine
this.
go.
Graveyards are full of eligible singles.
Find out how old Dame Judi Dench is, because she
She's
is my
old.
crush.
She could be pushing like 80.
Bro, that's like you wouldn't date her.
I would.
Date
Why
her.
would you not?
That video that we reacted to ages ago about people dating people way older than them.
But those women weren't attractive. But if someone that age was like Dame Judi Dench is gorgeous. She's a beautiful woman.
Yeah, she's
yes.
not.
I don't know, mate.
Meryl Streep is someone I would date.
Oh, she's a bit dodgy, mate.
Is she?
Bro, dude,
Dame Dench is 89.
She's 89 years old.
And
She was
it,
born in 34.
if she,
She's turning 90 this year.
if she,
You'd
if
date
she
someone born
DM'd
in
me and was like, this is
1934.
really rude, but like, I'm in London for the night. I've got time for dinner. Would you come with me? I
Bro,
would say
that's
yes.
crazy. That's wild.
She was born before the First World War. So it's
1934. Don't think so,
No.
pal.
Second World War.
So you'd date someone with genuine war experience.
Dame Judi Dench was not on the front lines in World War II, George.
She would have been behind the lines somewhere.
Yeah, no. If you find them attractive, what's the downside of them being that much older?
But I don't think I could find somebody that age attractive. It would be I'd have such different conversations with them than I would somebody like a similar age.
Cher's 70, and I would not share her. I'd have her.
Would you date her though? I think
because she would be fun though. Like,
are you serious? She would 30,
be fun.
Like
she's been hanging out with young guys. You know, like she would know. She would know.
A 32-year-old, like beautiful, intelligent, has all the same interests as you. You're saying, you're 31. I'm not dating you.
No, I probably maybe up to 35.
Okay, so we're growing. A 36-year-old, beautiful, intelligent.
I don't feel like I would approach somebody that age.
What's to say you bump into them at a social event and you just get chatting and you're like,
okay, then
I hit it off with you like crazy.
Is she really 77, Cher?
Your Dame Judi Dench to me is what Cher is to you.
There's a difference between 77 and 89.
Yeah, there is a crazy difference.
With Cher, who's had unbelievable amounts of work done. Judi Dench looks 89.
Cher can pass for 50.
Yeah. Madonna, she's terrifying now, but I would obviously do it because it's Madonna.
That's because they're these people. If you took their names and who they are away from things,
but
they were just in the club, you wouldn't date them. You can't
in a club. I wouldn't date them. No, but
you know what I mean. If these people,
so what are you saying? What's your age limit? But there's nothing else appealing about them.
No, but I'm just saying you'll be like, oh yeah, but she is this person or she is that. Like you wouldn't see a regular 89-year-old and go, she's eligible.
No, which is why I'm not in a relationship with an 89-year-old. But
what's this?
But I would.
This question then?
Because your hypothetical is, how old would you go?
Yeah, I hear it. I do get it.
I would go 89. I'd probably go 100.
I just don't know if you would. You
know what? You know what would be really weird when I don't know how much you follow age science and stuff, but there are massive conventions now about how to defeat age. And have you seen Atlantis, the thing, the movie?
No.
Atlantis, a Disney one.
Yeah.
And the girl who ends up being
Jason
200, but she is an absolute wildie. And he's like, fuck, I'm 25, 30. But if I was let's hypothetically, a woman who's 140 on her deathbed, and they go, we can infect you with this virus that sort of takes over your cells and replenishes them, and your whole body almost rejuvenates.
Yeah.
So she's a 25-year-old woman again, and she's an absolute wildie, but she's been alive for 150 years. Do you date her?
I think the same thing applies as what I was in order to date someone, you need to get on a personable level, have similar life experiences, and have the same sort of interests. I don't feel like I'd have that with someone who's 150.
You couldn't. Have you never had a nice conversation with your nan?
I have, but I haven't gone oh nan, that's sick. I feel I wished you weren't my nan.
No, but but not in a. It doesn't have to be. That was weird. You made it sexual with your nan. That's so bizarre.
I didn't make it sexual with my. Who else would I have spoken to that's that age? That's not a family member.
No, but you cannot.
How often spoken with just an older person that's just an older person?
Well, maybe in passing, on the bus or something.
And
but I don't think I've ever.
You don't think you could form any kind of genuine connection with someone who?
But they just have such a different life experience. I don't know why that's such a wild thing to get your head around.
No, that's not. But the fact that it would be so different that you couldn't date them is just interesting.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I feel like we have such different lived experience that your mental age is just so obviously different that I'm we've lived through different things. I'm saying things like slay, queen, and she's saying things like wholesome, voluptuous. I don't know, but do you know what I mean?
And that's enough to not date them, even if you're attracted to them, you get along well with them.
Boy, you're doing the hot tub thing again.
Sorry, it's interesting.
He's getting animated.
You're doing
because you've now just reduced to the fact that your slang terminology would be not the reason.
No, but that's just an example of what I mean. As in, it's. Oh, please tell me you.
No, I'm sort of very much in the middle here, if I'm honest. I understand what you're saying, but I think if she's you can't if she's hot. And I'm 25 and I'm having
nothing, mate.
No, but I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. But if she's if we can hold a good conversation and it's not weird, then yeah, of course.
That's what. Yeah. So
yeah.
Okay. That's what I mean.
But then I'm I just don't see that happening because of the way that you do you know what I mean?
You get people like Jayla that might have
Yeah, you get people like J-Lo that have
Watch
a young spirit,
Atlantis,
but
and you'll
also
fall in love with
you
this
can
wo-
tell she's
honestly,
not young. Like
can
the
I-
way
can I show a photo on the
it's
pod?
cringe.
As long as it's PG, yeah.
I'm not going Rule 34 Atlantis.
It is animated though, isn't it? Atlantis.
Oh, she's still beautiful though.
Right.
Right.
You've been talking about the animation.
Yeah. What if they're 95 but they're an animation? Would you still?
She's like 200 in the movie,
Yeah.
and he meets her, and she's like, "Well, I've got this thing on my chest that just means I like stay looking like 25 forever." And they get along, and they're really like they have like everything in common. They're bouncing off each other. I think I'm like, yeah, but you probably have a slightly different slang word to me or something. I'm like, no.
I think you're getting too hung up on the slang, but that was just like an example of.
You are right.
things
I'm doing the hot tub thing here, but
Yeah.
this is why it's interesting because you technically haven't given a reasonable enough reason to.
I feel like I have.
Do you know what I mean? And
But
this
it's
is what the hot
it's
tub
a-
was like.
Yeah, because it
Except
because,
less
because
shirt.
you're
He
the
like
way the hot tub thing is because your opinion is different. You keep questioning other people's to find it out, but I've already given like the level of my opinion. You're trying to figure it out by asking more questions. I don't feel like I can go any deeper than I just don't feel like we'd have a similar lived experience, be able to relate on similar scenarios and everything
Yeah,
in the
that,
same
that
way
could
that.
definitely be fair.
But I feel it also is because there's a lot of exceptions to that, which makes your argument a little bit weaker.
Yeah, so Callum said that there's a lot of exceptions to that. That's fair, but I feel like when you're speaking to,
You mean
An
just
old-
generally?
say if you're speaking to an older person, if you didn't look at them, didn't hear their voice, it was typed out on a piece of paper.
they sound old?
You'd be very. It'd be
Should
very
we move
obvious
on
that they're
from
older
this
person.
hypothetical? Is this the longest ever say it or shot it discussion
Yes.
that's ever happened? Is this three white boys don't need microphones because we're dissecting like a dissertation discussion
is
whether
the
we
thing,
date a
is-
woman who was
That whole time
150
it wasn't
but
it
looks
wasn't dissecting
35.
anybody else's point, just mine. Is the way
But that
the-
is because
that's-
you say no, whereas Arthur said I don't
George
know.
is sweating like he's come out of a hot tub.
Yes, he is. And this is what the hot tub is
can't
like.
imagine how sweaty he was in the hot tub.
agitated because you're sat completely
And this
still.
is why I love
saying-
being like, yes,
being
I'd
in the middle of it and
yes,
no
I'd
questions are
survive in
coming
a
your way
beach.
about
You know
anything.
me though. I don't like. You know, I
You're quite a musician, like, yeah,
I
man.
understand. No, but I think I can very well get on very well with an old person. And if you're adding in the thing that they look young, then yeah, I can absolutely date them. Because I also just like unproblematic. Yeah, I could definitely. I'm a listener more than I'm a talker. Like I'll just listen to an old person tell me about who they shot in the war. You know.
Yeah. Well. And that would turn you on, would it?
Yeah.
Keep going.
Now the Germans.
That's crazy that we've gone for what's the oldest you'd date to. But hypothetically, they look as old as
Did
you
we even
are.
answer that?
They're unbelievably hot. They get on as well. It was like,
Yeah.
yeah, you've just described someone my age. So basically, what you've done there is say
But
your
I don't
age is
think. But I
Oh
think
God,
that's
no,
a real.
you're starting again.
Oh my god! This is this. It's 100-year-old, but they're basically 25.
You're
Wait,
not getting the
just out
jobs,
of curiosity,
by the
do you
way.
enjoy this?
No,
Oh, okay. I love it.
Yeah.
I
I
genuinely
love
don't
asking
enjoy
you these
it.
questions.
'Cause I
Do
feel
you
like I'm
it?
just-
Yeah,
I feel
I
like
love
I'm
it.
just going around saying the same thing.
But that's really interesting. That's what I think. I think that's what a lot of people love, and some people evidently
Yeah.
don't. Yeah, it's like essentially.
I remember enjoying the Sri Lanka hot tub chat that we had. What's mine? Whatever we were talking about there.
Yeah.
That was also
Any say
about-
shots from you guys?
And that was
before-
aging, I think.
Any say or shot it?
Oh,
Oh yeah,
God.
we were talking about living forever in
We
the
were,
Sri Lanka
yeah.
hot tub. But that's
and then
another
Mr.
one.
Beast. I thought we had a good deep chat about Mr. Beast.
Okay.
What we think is. He's
At risk
good.
of everyone getting too
Yeah.
excited
Yeah.
listening to this podcast
Yeah.
and
Oh,
passing out
God.
from entertainment.
Yeah, I feel like I've been through the ringer there.
You look like it.
just get shot at from
But
three
this
angles
is
for
what
not
kept
wanting
happening
to.
in the hot tub.
I've been shot at
Is
for
it-
3 angles for not wanting to date someone 150 years old. By the way, that's crazy. What the hell is going on?
You ageist scum. Out of curiosity, I'd love
No,
the YouTube.
no.
No, I'm not asking you. I swear on my life. YouTube. I would love to see what YouTube comment section's age limit would be.
I hear what he said right at the end then. He phrased it perfectly when he was like, you're essentially saying a 77-year-old, that is just a 25-year-old. I do get that.
So
like,
what-
A 77-year-old that looks young, acts young, and
Yeah.
is hot, and doesn't look so... It's like, well,
So
okay, fine.
basically, what Callum said there is he said he saw what I said at the end, where I said basically you're describing someone who's 150 who's got all the characteristics of someone who's 25, which is the way that I was trying to get at. It was like, yeah, but this is that and this is that. Well, okay, if the only thing is the age and everything else is 25, then they are like. So that's where I was going. Anyway, Bloody hell.
No, but they're not. No, I'm joking.
Right.
Bro's regretting inviting us on. Could have had a nice, peaceful night.
It's not us in that.
No, so,
Regret
yeah, no.
asking Arthur you
I'm
on.
just living, man.
I'll let you take over this next.
Okay, you
Sorry
can
if
take
anyone
you
found
can
that.
take
Say it
over-
or shot it.
You
If
can
anyone
take-
found that very
boobs
tedious,
or
I
arse?
apologise.
You can take over the next one. I've got together a fun game. This is directed towards Arthur Hill, as I know Arthur Television will be very aware of the truths/falses. This is a fun game of ArthurTV, title or not.
Oh, great. That's a good. This is a good
this
game.
spans
You've got to
across.
watch every single one of these videos that comes up, by the way,
This
guys.
spans across all channels. I've missed
All
out.
12 of them.
I've missed out.
Batch and Alpha Pod now is 13.
13.
Yeah.
I've missed out the end bits where it's like something like 90 Day Fiancé episode 7, something blah, 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 blah. It's just the first,
Okay.
like stuff like that.
Oh,
So you
some
have
of
to tell
that
me
is ones I want.
whether this is ArthurTV title or not.
Oh, this is a. Dum, 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 dum,
Is
dum.
Aladdin just after a green card? ArthurTV title or not?
Oh, I can picture the thumbnail so vividly, but I don't know if it's just a dream. I'm gonna say no. It can't be. It can't be real.
I can reveal that is an ArthurTV title.
Why would that not be real?
I don't know. I don't know.
His name's Aladdin, but
There's a bloke on 90 Day Fiancé called Aladdin.
Oh, okay. Well, that's slightly okay.
yeah.
Fair.
But it is still quite funny.
Oh, I didn't even think about. Yeah, okay. I was thinking about like a Reddit thread,
No.
my head.
Yeah.
Aladdin.
like a
Oh,
Aladdin movie theory
dissecting
that he's
the-
just after a green card. Damn, I don't know why I forgot about that. Okay,
No,
sorry.
yeah.
Yeah.
Liz sleeps with Big Ed twice in one night.
Ooh.
ArthurTV title
Oh,
or not?
This is. I'm definitely gonna get all of these wrong.
Twice is capitalised, by the way.
I'll say that is a title.
That is an ArthurTV
Yeah.
title.
Great.
that is hilarious. The first night Liz and Ed slept, because she's like, we slept together, and it cuts to him, and he's like, we did it twice. It's so funny with his like long hair down and just like looking at the cat. Hilarious.
Nice.
ArthurTV title or not? To Catch a Predator's Funniest Predators.
I'm gonna just go with it's not because there's been two already.
That is an ArthurTV
Oh my God, it's
title.
all just on the TV title.
To Catch a Predator's Funniest Predators is so funny.
There
by
was
the
a
way.
guy on that. One of the funniest ones was he rocked up at this. He's like he genuinely looks like a mix of like Freddie Mercury and Everybody Hates Raymond, or loves Raymond. Oh, around.
Everybody
But
loves
he
Raymond,
rocks
yeah.
up, and Chris Hansen's like, "You were here to meet a 14-year-old boy," and he's like, "I'm not gay. I swear I'm not gay." And Chris is like, "Not really the issue here, pal. This is like housing gay people." And he's
That's
like,
funny.
"I've never had interested in men," and all this, and he keeps missing the point. So
That's funny.
yeah.
This one crazy. Alice in C*M Land.
Oh my God.
Can you not say that mid-pod?
Oh yeah, Alice in Cumberland, but
No,
then
this
it was
pod's not mid,
it was
sorry,
C*M was the way that it was spelt.
That is Arthur TV title.
I can reveal that is not an
No.
ArthurTV
I think
title.
I'd put
That is
Alice-
crazy, but I can just see him doing that on like a Reddit.
That is
post.
quite funny.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You know that the To Catch a Predator one, by the way? PewDiePie, that was like one of my oldest videos, like 3-4 years old. PewDiePie reacted to it a couple of weeks ago. Main
No
channel. Yeah.
Your video?
Yeah, literally my video, like my
No way.
my Arthur TV thing in the corner, everything. He's like cracking up.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah.
ArthurTV title or not? 100 subscriber Q&A special with my cat.
Oh. 100 subscriber. Yes.
I can't reveal that's not
Oh,
an
for God's
ArthurTV
You are
title.
so many.
shit at this.
Have you got them all wrong?
No, I got one right. I got one right.
Crikey.
I've just described a Q&A special with my cat. Would be so. I could so
That was
see you
you.
doing
I would
Yeah,
that.
it's
do
like
that.
something you would do 100.
Yeah.
With an animal,
I've got
I
a
would tell
100
you that.
subscriber special.
If my hamster was still alive, I'd do a 500 Q&A with him.
Okay. The insane power trips of Handforth Parish Council.
That can't be. It's too niche.
I can't reveal that
Oh,
is an
God's
ArthurTV title. What the fuck does that even mean?
Do you not remember the Handforth Parish Council meetings?
No.
Oh,
Read them, Jackie Weaver!
oh,
Read them and
okay,
understand
okay.
them.
I thought you just like. God,
Yeah,
it's a
dude,
random
it's
council.
so funny. Just like that.
Good
Oh,
old Jackie
God.
Weaver.
I think she
That
like
was
made a
fun.
career. I think she's got a podcast, right, Jackie Weaver?
No way.
Yeah.
Oh. Who doesn't these days?
Oh
eh?
no, God.
ArthurTV title or not, Jesus touched my nipple.
Can't be.
That
Please.
is an ArthurTV title.
When I was like early
The thing
on.
is about this, they're not. You're quoting these, surely.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
quotes,
yeah. Still,
Yeah, I'm not doing a video. So this was
this is your first vlog.
this was when I was like
touched
experimenting of
my
like
nipple.
types of videos to do. There was like, I don't know if you remember, he was really famous on Cameo. The guy like was Jesus.
Oh yeah.
He was like mates like all the meme people like PewDiePie, all that kind of stuff. And some random guy was like, "Oh, he touched my nipple at one of these like Comic-Con things,"
Right.
and like completely. And this guy was like, he would go to events and accuse famous people of all this kind of crazy stuff. He
Right.
was like a real provocateur, like
Right.
awful bloke. And I was just sort of kind of covering in the drama of this guy who like falsely accused, and this Jesus guy was like, "I'm going to lose everything." It was like very, very dramatic. And I managed to get the accuser guy on a Q&A, and I was like, "What?" Yeah, it was actually
Oh,
really
wow.
interesting. They got demonetized, otherwise it would have.
Oh.
ArthurTV title or not?
Mm-hmm.
Why Will and E owes me his career.
Ooh. Oh, yes.
I can reveal that is not an
Oh my
ArthurTV
God.
title.
Well, the Will and E one can't be far off.
I don't know what you titled it, but it wasn't like aggressive. It's just like we need to stop Will and E or something like
We
that.
need to stop Will and E. of
Yeah.
course.
You made
would've
that?
been it, yeah.
Because of the airline videos.
It was I
I don't know them.
4 years ago, and I first met all the YouTube lot. Like Chris found out I had become a YouTuber
Right.
and was like me, Will, Harry, and Chip and Freezy and Reaver like going on a skiing holiday. Like come along, you can learn loads about YouTube. Went along, and Will, I spoke to Will and I was like, "I've noticed you've been doing all these airline reactions. Where did you get it?" And he was like, "I'm gonna be honest, I did get it from you." And then in the next couple of videos, he was like jokingly like, "I did steal these from ArthurTV," and he referenced it a few times. So I was like, I might as well make a video out of this and just be
Right.
like,
Smart.
and so he was like, "I stole this from ArthurTV," and I was like, "Damn you, LNE." It was kind of the
Nice.
yeah.
And do you want one more?
Oh, yeah, I'm doing so well. Yeah. I send on a high.
ArthurTV title or not? The Dark Truth of the Wolverhampton Vampire.
Yes.
I can reveal that is not
You
an
are
ArthurTV title.
What do you mean? Oh, you're the woman. You're just in the parish council. Like anything can be an ArthurTV title.
Wolverhampton Vampire.
Good ones you've come up with there.
Yeah.
George.
So what
wow,
you-
I was
was
rubbish.
1 for
there.
8 or 9 there.
I think I got maybe 2 right. Maybe, yeah, that's bad.
Round of applause for Arthur Hill.
That was
Nice work,
shockingly
man.
bad.
ArthurTV
I'll do my
styles, come on.
leftover shot for that.
I'm surprised you didn't go for more recent ones, but I guess he's probably seen them on my page or like on my Insta.
Also, the most recent ones aren't
I
that.
don't watch YouTube.
Oh, and you were in the like
Close.
man addicted to MILFs.
Yes,
Yeah, I starred.
I
Yeah.
starred in that. The Gilfs, wasn't it?
It was.
Wait, were you
guilty.
both there? Was that 4 of
He'd
us?
love this conversation we had 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, well, he brought him up.
Oh,
He referenced
you
it, but
know,
he was
yeah,
zoned
I
out.
think yeah.
Yeah. Platform Roulette. We'll talk about that or not?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, actually need to book in a new one.
You were saying
Can
some
we do
really
that
cool
now?
stuff about it
Was I?
at dinner.
Was I?
About how like it's become like iconic in the music industry.
No, that's
How
not
it's
what
become
I said.
iconic
No,
in the
that's
whole
not
UK
what I
YouTube.
said. No, we just said it does seem to have like a, despite it not doing crazy views, they do well for.
People know about it though.
Yeah,
like,
and it's like
Yeah.
a cult
anybody
thing.
that you'll see in
Yeah.
like second Sidemen video, Zerka was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I see the platform roulette
Yeah,
stuff."
it's like
we were going to do that.
That is like the defining series of us three, I think. And now Chris is on it. Like that'll be because like you can realistically
just for one though.
You can do those forever because they are just vlogs. Yeah. Like you can vlog 300 times.
Imagine we go to every town ever.
And like, it's not like just doing the same thing over. It's like it's just.
And I like the upside of it, you know.
Yeah.
As my channel grows,
I can't lie, I'm very jealous.
More money on it, and
that's like I feel like you've hit a bit of a gold mine with that video.
But it wasn't actually. I was talking about more like
in a nice way, like I admire you for coming up with it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, sort of.
What do you mean, sort of?
Well, no, I did. But it wasn't. I don't think it's a totally original idea. As in, like, I might be the first person to sort of film it, but like, I got the idea from the I don't know what it's called, but when you go
the football one.
Yeah. When you go to the football, whoever scores the first goal,
on
the early kickoff, you go to that place. And I was like, imagine if we just turn up at the train station.
Nah, it's good because it is literally just us three going somewhere and getting drunk and having fun.
Well, the chance to end up in Belfast on Paddy's Day.
Yeah, that one I did say I planned because like I find that like what happens is always spontaneous, and there's always like you can't plan it. That's what's so good about it is that like you bump into funny people or funny shit just happens. It's kind of the beauty of it.
One of my favourite moments is you got knees like a sparrow.
Oh my god,
so good.
I do think the first one is the best one. There was something so like wholesome about where we ended up.
Quintessentially British.
Yeah, and the town was like really nice.
Watching the sunset on the end of a pier.
I say we go abroad to a really rogue town.
Yeah, well, I've said like if we can somehow do like a like an inter-rating where we don't know where we're going next.
That could be fun.
And it would be like a sort of series. I think that would be sick.
Yeah. Trey and Joy. Trey.
I think as it goes on, people care less about the random part.
Well, just become because
realistically, it is just like 5 minutes at the start of the video, not even that.
And so I don't think anyone's.
It's not like it's a massive gimmick where like I'm getting handed a card and it's like Top Gear.
It is fun. Like
you arriving late
because we would never have planned to go to that wildlife park.
Yeah. Like
the fact that like we've slow danced with
armadillos,
bats. Slow danced with armadillos. That was class.
Crazy.
The bat, or ended up in Sandwich, getting a museum tour and ended up on the pier. Like
that was really
of all the places to pick, you would pick like a Manchester.
That one was. I forgot about the pier. That was so nice.
Yeah. So finishing with beers and food in that pier.
Good times, all recorded. We can watch back when we're old.
Yeah.
That is cute.
Nah.
I wonder how long we'll do it for.
Yeah.
We're like fucking 50. Like, yo guys.
Yeah.
What's up?
Well, I mean, we could.
That would be fun to watch. Actually.
Yeah. We can slowly. Yeah, we can get.
That's a good point. When do you guys think you'll stop making videos?
Actually, I
don't know. We were speaking about this again the other day.
But what if
I think
you were like 80, but you still had the same brain characteristics and looks as you now? Would you still be making videos?
I'm so curious because like metaverse and AI is becoming so big. I just think they're going to have such a big impact in the next couple of years.
That's such a you answer to that question.
Like YouTube, really, what's changed in the past bunch of years, other than just like production quality and like they're still just videos of people.
I say, it's stepped up so much in the last few years.
Whereas like
it does kind of suck, I think. Like in a way, like it's lost its like soul a bit.
But I think you can still get bits of.
But I think it's so hard, and that's why like you've done so well, and like. No, but like that is but also have the quality in the video. Like you can't like all the people we look up to and who like are the OGs of YouTube started and they were probably shit. Do you know what I mean? Like you had a shit camera, you had a shit mic, and you worked your way up. Now you have to come in. Like you have to spend the money on an editor if you can't. Yeah. You have to have all this gear.
Yeah.
Like, that's why nobody's really breaking through.
But that's why. But then people break through TikTok because all you need is your phone.
But a lot of people can't make the change from TikTok either.
No, it's tough.
Like realistically, like George I can't like George Batch. Like I don't know a lot of other people.
No, that's definitely true. Getting them across.
Like it's a hard thing to do because like making a TikTok is a lot easier than.
I'd love to look into like because like realistically in a year we'll probably be able to do like a reaction video with like Michael Jackson, Mike Tyson from their AI. Like we're already pretty close. Funny. Like all we're gonna have to do is
you're actually not wrong. That would be so doable.
And you'll just be able to
watch
type
that though. I don't think they would.
Yeah.
Would they?
I would watch that.
Yeah.
I would watch that.
Like, because people are like, why would I watch this YouTuber when I could watch the exact same video? Like,
it's just the authenticity. Like, even though like that's been drawn away, I feel like the reason that people still watch the channels is because you can tell it's
There's
them at the
there's
core.
personality.
People won't lose that definitely necessarily, but
Yeah, I
like
feel
the
like
big,
like
the next big ones, like because you say that Mr. Beast, you could say like, you know, people watch the platform roulette because it's literally just three boys having a laugh.
yeah.
But we could never platform roulette ourselves to Mr. Beast's size probably.
Yeah, but I think even to like
Sorry.
Mr. Beast's,
Sorry, man.
No, I'm joking.
No,
even to like Mr. Beast's
No.
scale, like people are, I need to make a video like Mr. Beast. He's got his own style. That's still authentic to him. That's his thing. Like people are, oh no, that's the way the algorithm works. No, that's the way Mr. Beast tells you the algorithm works, and it works for him because everybody watches his videos. Before him, it would have been PewDiePie who sits down, watches a reaction video.
But even when PewDiePie was at that peak,
Yeah.
they were still only like 5 to 10 mil, like getting that sort
But
of.
that's what I mean. Like it's just the way YouTube's grown since. I feel like it's you can be the next Mr. Beast and not make a video like him.
I think knowing, like trying to know or like anticipate what comes next is kind of pointless because everyone always tries to do it, don't they, throughout history? Like you always get these. We had like a like. Do you guys at home have like a stack of books next to the bathroom that sort of like
What? Sorry.
like
Do you guys have this specific figure in your
book.
bathroom next to a lamp?
Like
I have
just
that
a
at
stack
mine.
of books like next to the toilet or whatever at
Oh,
home,
I
or,
see, like
in
a
the
sort of
bathroom.
toilet read.
Just like a
Yeah,
toilet
yeah,
read.
yeah.
And we had like famous stupid quotes, and that you'd get like some of the smartest people through history saying things like, "Oh, you know, we're never going to be able to have color picture transmitted,
Yeah.
or we're never going to be able to get HD video transmitted through the air, or like we're never going to have this. You know, there's never going to be lighter than air, heavier than air aircraft, like all this type of stuff." And then it just happened. So like, it's fun to like talk about it, but I think like there's no way we can anticipate what the internet or anything's going to look like in like 3 years.
Okay,
time.
we'll cut that bit then. We won't talk about that. Sorry.
No, but I think it's just as interesting to say that like it could be anything, you know. It could be the case that everyone completely ditches AI and all that kind of stuff, or it could be that everyone just becomes
I hope
the
it. I hope it. I hope they don't ditch it. I hope we just like.
I think
somehow like contain it.
I just don't trust humans to do that.
But also,
Do you know what I mean? Like there should like, especially with like even with, you know, it's gonna
even
destroy everything, even music. Like,
but like
You can AI generate songs now.
I know that's what I
can't
mean. But like,
Yeah,
and it's
but
like it's just.
you? How does that
fucking
feel as a
scary.
musician? Like, do you
Yeah, not good.
do you look
man.
at that going like, obviously Elton John could have decades of being able to make music and, you know, that kind of stuff, but you're like, oh, you know, could in 3 years people just be able to make vocals in a song just as good as
but
me?
I think they
through-
will. Yeah, like I
Yeah.
don't think it's.
I feel like
It's far off.
there's an air of people value. Say you're like, oh, this is my car. This is my hand built car. Like we've still got things today that are
No, but
being
you
made
could
in
look at it-
alternative ways, and people value the hand built one more than the
Yeah, but
mechanical.
when you check out at Tesco, do you go to the person or do you go to the machine?
That's just due to
You
speed.
go to the machine.
And if you give the
I
masses
just
the
cooked
option
it
between
True.
if you give
That's
the
just the
masses the option
speed.
between a handmade bowl that's 10 quid or a machine made perfect porcelain bowl that's 2 quid.
No,
the
exactly. I would go for that.
majority
But I'm
pick
just
the
saying people value the. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
that's a more. And I feel like I can look at that and go, the imperfections make it perfect.
But to be fair, I mean, I'm saying like talking about the mute, but like all my last like not my last three of my last 4
What AI generated?
artwork,
I didn't even turn off the
Artwork.
studio.
album artwork
Yeah.
things were AI.
No
Because
way.
it cost me like 500 quid minimum to like do a photo shoot for the thing. Like it's just
But
like
then do you feel bad for like taking the work away from the guy that would have got paid to do that?
no,
He's the one. It's
not really.
If he pays him,
Yeah,
Because out there is some dude that had AI not done that for you, he would have got paid for that job.
I know, but like so for the John Wayne one, it's a guy. It's a horse in the middle of a busy street with a cowboy on it going past a corner shop. Do you know how much that would have cost me? That's like I would have had to hire a horse, hire an actor,
Yeah.
hire an outfit, like hire a photographer. That's like
Now
I
there's a
don't wanna know
homeless
how
horse on the
much.
streets that
Yeah,
is your fault because you haven't hired him.
and it's just I just got the wording right and I've done it for free.
It is interesting.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
What are the copyright implications of using AI generated?
I hope there's none.
You don't have copyrights
there
to
aren't
it.
any.
No
So
one owns copyright.
No one owns it.
Yeah.
So anyone can use that artwork then.
Surely that will change.
Because that sucks for you
Yeah.
because people could take your album artwork and put it on a t-shirt and there's nothing you can do about it.
True.
You don't even know the
Because you don't own the copyright, but no one
True.
does.
Oh,
I hadn't thought about that. Fuck.
that's
Why?
interesting.
There's not, like, there's never anything that someone doesn't own the copyright to that's like produced like that.
Mm.
An image, someone owns
Yeah.
rights to every single image. So it's weird that there's one type of image that
That now people.
theoretically no one owns.
Yeah.
Cal's just said it's wild that that is sort of the only thing that can be created that doesn't have a copyright owner.
Don't make
Even that
t-shirts
monkey
out
on
of it
that.
without my permission.
See the monkey that took the selfie?
Oh, what that one? What?
Went wild.
I wanted to do a video
haven't
like
seen
this,
that.
recreating the most famous photos, because there's some photos that have just gone like crazy viral for no
Yeah.
reason. Like, do you remember that Oscars?
I was literally about to say
yeah.
that.
like the Oscars.
That
one
feels
where
so.
they
But
was
I remember being excited about that.
yeah,
at the
I was.
time.
It's like
You are
there's
such a
loads of-
dweeb, did you actually?
No, but everybody
No, but I feel
was.
like
Everyone
people
was like,
were. I was
everyone
like, that's
oh,
fucking
it's
cool.
all the
That's
famous
really
people.
famous people in one
Yeah.
picture.
Or like,
No, but
for
that wasn't
example-
called.
The biggest selfie ever done.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It
yeah.
makes no sense.
But I
Like,
would not bat an eyelid
yeah,
now.
like another
No.
photo.
People
that,
hate on it now.
Yeah.
It's weird. Like another photo that everyone's seen is the Einstein tongue out. That
Yeah.
one, huge photo. Another one, the building of the Empire State Building that all those people
Oh,
stood
yeah.
on, sat on the girder.
Yeah.
Like, why are those ones just so
Yeah, that's true.
kind of crazy?
Yeah.
But anyway, that's just a look into things that are man-made that'll never be taken away from us. Just like this podcast. And if you enjoyed today's episode, make sure to give it a like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you're notified every time that we upload. If you're watching, if you're listening, make sure to download us. Give us a 5-star rating so you listen to us on the go. You give us a little download as well. And if you want to submit a dilemma, we haven't done any today, but we will. Don't worry. We look. Make sure to send that in to the Useless Hotline Podcast at gmail.com. That's the Useless Hotline Podcast at gmail.com. Thank you very much. And until next time, gentlefolk.
Thank you for a nice, relaxing
Yeah,
podcast
thank you very
episode.
much.
Oh, I thought you were going to give us a little quote to go out on.
Oh,
Until next time, like, strictly keep dancing.
Oh.
Until next time.
like a Ron Burgundy cut.
Yeah.
Never seen Strictly, but Anchorman's good.
Buy tickets to the live show.
Hey.
Do that.
And we might see you there.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That could occur. Buy some. I believe it's just the London show, the finale that you can get tickets for now. So do that. You may see some very, very familiar faces there. Bye-bye.